Hi. Hello, gang. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, gang. You usually tell me to become. Hi, Crustacean. It's not that extreme. You know what the problem is? Is when I'm doing a random yapping stream, I just try to find some art that I can use that I drew. I try not to use other people's art because I didn't get permission to. So. Hi Stag, hi Colin, hi Cry, hi Furtree, hi Bastion, hi Ryu, hi Killrock, hi, did I say hi Captain? I remember. Hi Captain, hi Jace, hello Signia, hello O'Malley, hi Con Steve. Is this where we can find the Goo Goo babies? You're crazy. Did you change your icon, Steve? Didn't it used to be? I actually don't know what your old icon used to be. I thought it. I had a mixture between thinking it was either a construction helmet or the ass of a minion, and I could never figure out which it was. And hello, of course, to all the lurkers. Hello, hello. Hi, Kimmy. Oh, you're doing that because Reaper's not here. I love Rina. Oh, I still have Echo. Oh, I'm so baka desu. Alright, thanks. There we go. You have my permission to use anything I've drawn for you. Anything. Thank you, Captain. Thank you. Oh my god, you scared me. I had you in the back. Hi, Rena. Hi, Tuki. How you doing? It was a cat with a construction helmet. Oh my god, I was right. It was a construction helmet. Nice. It could have also been a minion ass. Who knows? I thought that was on purpose. It was. Satch, I mean, I am basically dead. I'm so tired. Dang, the reverb wasn't perfect. Ooh, Misa Ghost. How you guys doing? Bro, I had like 4 or 5. I think one of the things that I like slowly is giving like it's like a dot on me, a damage over time, is that like I get like 3 to 5 phone calls a day daily now because of the grandma stuff. And God, because I go camping tomorrow, like beginning tomorrow, right? So I was telling my family at home. I was telling them how many people they can expect tomorrow, and there's gonna be 5 people coming in and out of the house tomorrow for grandma stuff. It's just crazy, bro. If you're an introvert, it's a nightmare. Is the YouTube chat frozen, or did you, or is... Not in like I genuinely can't tell when I ask you guys how you guys are doing, and then nothing happens. I don't know if no one's answering or if YouTube chat's just frozen. As I feel like YouTube chat just freezes sometimes. Genuinely, no idea. You just said the am I muted after a joke? or as a certain VTuber would go, did you just die? Did you just die? Hi, Bubba Chubb. I'm here for time. No, you're good. You're good. I was just checking because sometimes it just freezes for no reason, and then it'll give you like 20 messages at once because it all built up like a spout. Glad you have to go to the house and have fun. Yeah, it's like I say camping, but it's just like we're being in a cab. Ah. Hi, Jacob. Hi, I keep missing your stream class on the new cover. Oh, thank you so much, Jacob, and thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. I'm glad you liked it. I worked really hard on the cover. I've been like so out of it, and I'm trying to get back on the horse, get back in the saddle, and try to promote it with some art and stuff like that. But Misa is tired. It's been all right. That's good to hear. Just dissociating after work while listening. Hi, Rabbit Mutt. That's all right. I mean, it's like end of day, just kind of all dissociating together. I think that there are some like, I think there are different VTubers for different brands of stuff you want to do, right? Like, I have some VTubers who I don't open up their streams unless, like there's some VTubers, very specific VTubers who I can open up their streams as like background noise so that my brain doesn't shut off. But if there's some who I can't because if they're too energetic, I'm just like, this is too distracting. Just a usual work day? That's alright then, that's okay. Same as usual. Very low energy for some reason, but I'm good. Maybe you're Eep too. I'm finally drawing after a very long 5 days. 5 days? Jesus. I can get back on the horse girl ASAP. Dude, I'm like, you know what? I hope horse girls reinvigorate me. I forgot I have to do a poll to see, or not poll, I have to ask for suggestions for gacha games. but I have about 9 days before I can play Uma Musume. Yeah, like 10 chats at a time. You must answer them all, huh? That's yeah, don't worry about it, dude. Yeah, no, it's all good. Yeah, it is crazy. I mean, I try my best to. That's one of the things I pride myself is trying to answer most people's chats. But you know, it is what it is. I'm old now. Uma on the brain. I hope it fixes me. Uncle's my I need an anime girl to say gnarly things VTuber. I saw a tweet recently where people were like, I still don't know what in gnarly when they were like, oh, and everyone's like gang. And I'm like, do you mean like literally do you guys don't know what it means? Or or do you mean like you missed that? Are you guys too young? Did you miss that era when everyone was being NPCs on TikTok? Like that's clearly a reference to the NPC streams, right? Right? Like I don't. Am I the one who's just like insane and that everyone's media literacy is just like gone now? I don't know. I missed 1 hour of the stream. Hi Reaper, welcome. You didn't miss 1 hour. What are you talking about? I've been okay. Life has been kind of rough lately, but I'm hopefully good. I'm glad to hear. I'm sorry to hear. Sorry, I'm even like I'm so glad to hear you're going through a tough time. I'm sorry to hear that you're going through a tough time. And I hope that, you know what? I hope for both of us it gets better soon. Thanks for reminding me, I gotta do my Uma dailies. I didn't know that Uma Musume is a roguelite. Roguelite? Because I didn't know the career, I guess his career modes are a roguelike. Is it like you can only do the career mode once, or like you can keep going but it costs currency? Because I can't imagine how feasible that is as a game model. The diversity as a whole is dying, to be honest. Oh yeah, for sure. I had this whole rant about it that I think I touched briefly on last stream. I was like, the anti-intellectual movement has really ruined the future generation's ability to like dissect you know, media and have media literacy. And I think that's my conspiracy theory. It's a psyop. God, Kita-san Black. Oh, nice! Hell yeah! I saw everyone on my timeline crying over getting her or not getting her. I have stayed up till noon for the last 3 days. But like, fix me mentally. It won't fix me emotionally or probably energy-wise, but it'll fix me like spiritually. Definitely down the toilet. The skibbity toilet, some might say. Maybe it is Oji-san. Oi oi. She's glad I'm going to. It's TikTok streams are moving into old school territory that I'm turning to dust. I mean, you and me both, man. You and me both, dude. You know, to be an 18-year-old, you'd have to be you could be born in 2000. Let me do math real quick. 2025. 2007? 8? You can reattempt failed checkpoints like 5 times. Oh, and then the horse dies, and then they shoot the horse. Listen to Jace fucking even say the W word because I tell me why my horse. What is the W word? Whore? The one that we can't say? No, you can say it as long as you attach an emoji. Remember? In your first 10 pull, that's crazy. Do you have crazy good gacha looks, Jace? It'll swing back, even. I mean, it's also like, and will it? Do you think it will? Also, Mercury's in Gatorade right now until August, so you know. You can do it anytime you want for horse bills, but there's a little energy currency that replenishes. Oh, I see. I just like the trading aspect. Yeah, I love, dude, I love management and trading sims. A game that I backed on Kickstarter is actually launching on Steam tomorrow, which I'm excited about. I mean, I probably won't play it until like half a year later because I'll have more content, but it's like called Hotel Galactic, and it's like you manage a hotel for like aliens, I guess. The art's not ugly, so. Friend of a friend apparently spent 120 to get her. That's honestly not that bad. You know what's crazy? I just remember that I spent like hundreds of dollars in AFK Journey, and I don't play that game anymore. Not that I regret it, but I'm kind of like, times have changed. Because like I don't regret the amount of money I spent in the sense that like I like to spend money to enjoy myself in the moment. To me, that's probably maybe that's the worst thing about me is that money to me is like fake. Like I always think whenever I'm spending money on something that I know will bring me joy, I'm like, it's okay because I can't take it with me when I die. When I die, I can't take the money with me. So I'd rather use it while I'm living to make my life and the life around me of people around me better, you know? So like I don't give a fuck. Honestly, sometimes when you want people, I haven't calculated something. I haven't calculated some things for people to pay me back yet, because I'm just like, I can't be farted. I just can't. I'm not methane. I don't think I'm gonna spend any money. I don't feel the urge. That's why I've been having. That's good. Yeah, I heard F2P players can have just as much fun. You spent the money. Oh, hold on a second. Queen of England. Are the same issues gotchas about pull rates? I only have luck with units. Oh, imagine having luck. I mean, yeah, imagine having luck. I tried and tried, but by God's hands, they hate me. You might also just have bad karma, dude. Hi, Rina. Hi, Ahern. Hello, hello. How you doing? I haven't gotten her, and I've given up. I'll save for New Year's Opera. Oh, and oh, that's okay. That's okay. You know, in a year, there'll probably be a unit that defeats her anyway. But no fine motion at Super Creek in like 150. Super Creek is the age regression one, right? Alright, Kimmy's touching grass. Supposedly. We're in a cabin, though. At the time you enjoyed how you used it, right? Exactly. No, I did. Exactly. I enjoyed it at the time. And to me, money spent in the past is money that's not real. I'd rather, like, move forward and not think about... Like, I'd rather not dwell in the past in general. Which is maybe not good. In the sense that if I spent money on... You know, I don't even... I'm so bad. If I get, like, scammed... Like, I paid for something and I never received the product, or I paid for something and the product isn't what I expected or not the quality I expected, I don't do shit, man. I don't call them to get it back. I don't message them or complain or anything. I'm just like, well, that's just life sometimes. I bad luck with Kickstarter games, so I stopped backing them. We'll just wait until they eventually come on. That's interesting. You know what? I've heard a lot of people say that. I've actually never had bad luck with Kickstarter games, but I think the kind of games I back are the kind that usually... Only one of them might be a scam, but the company still exists. They're making plushies, so maybe the game will eventually come out. But, like, for the most part, I just back, like, the kind of games I like, which is, like, you know, farm sims, management sims, sim games, stuff like that, and they usually do okay. I spent so much money last month. Well, that's because of Offkai, though, right? Offkai was a crazy month. Mood. Support card. Fine mode. Money is meant to be spent as social content. Basically, yeah. I mean, theoretically, it's like, I guess the old idea was that, the mentality before, was that you have to save money and, you know, what's it called? Acquire, like, wealth, like, aggregate wealth to pass it on to your future generations. But I feel as though because, myself personally, and a lot of people in my generation are not going to have progeny. So it's like, I don't need to amass wealth for no reason. I'll just spend it and enjoy myself. Money isn't real. Buy that $100 back girl. So true. I got that twin turbo. Oh, is she out already? I know a lot of people like her, and I think it's funny that she's so chuny. Trying to figure out what multi-stream software to use. Suggestions? I mean, I know the one that everybody uses, like the multi-stream one. Was it multi-stream? I forget the exact name. It's literally called multi-stream or something. That one is actually pretty good and easy to use. But the problem is that one, I think you have to pay like $5 a month or something. There are some other programs you can multi-stream with, but I don't multi-stream because I will say, here's the one thing I think that multi-stream is interesting, is that, like, if you start multi-streaming on YouTube and Twitch, you will get some audiences that feel entitled. So, like, if one day you just stream on one side, the other side will be like, well, where's us? Or they will feel certain, like, bias. And, like, I don't know if Twitch retracted this. I know for a period, though, that it was illegal, allegedly, to display any other streaming services chat, well, except for, like, while streaming on Twitch. But I don't know. Not illegal, but against the terms of service or whatever. Renewed right before Offkai treatment. Last night I paid for it and then Airbnb, so that's saying it looks insane. Yeah, that's gonna be bad. I hope you don't have high interest rate in your cards. I'm spending money on them and not feeling bad looking back when I stop playing. Current Shannon coming, she's cute as most pull. Oh, what she look like? Super Creek is Google. Oh. Restream might be the one. Yeah. Entitled, yeah, just like some chat. For example, Twitch chat, they chat more, but I feel as if they're more entitled if you don't read their chat or whatever. Whereas YouTube chat is used to being cucked, and also I think most YouTube viewers are more likely to be lurkers, so they're not as like annoying. I also think you get, even though we have had our fair share of 12-year-olds here, I think that you get more annoying, like random, like XD viewers on Twitch. Just cause and that's just a fault of the fact that it is the largest streaming platform. I don't think they're eating out yet. Oh, I see. Better enjoy and have like that's what I'm. Yeah, exactly. It's kind of annoying too, because like I want to collect physical media, but they make it harder and harder these days. Like I have to go out of my way to buy CD drives and DVD players and stuff like that. It's lost until I get help and tell support. It's stupid. Now you telling me it's lost until I get help and yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Oh hell no, a bitch, because I haven't played in a while because I thought lost my account. That was cracked. Oh, that's sad. Oh no. You know what's crazy? I was looking. So for Ricci City, which is like the other mahjong game that's mahjong gacha game that's popular outside of Mahjong Soul. My friends have all been playing it, so I was like, I played it when it first launched, but it was like literally it was like a application you downloaded. So now it's on Steam and everything, but it was an application you downloaded back then, and it was on is in a different lifetime. And I was like, I I lost all account details on the information except for that one, except for like the username. And I messaged them like, can I have my account back? And they're like, sure. And they just gave it back to me. And I was like, okay, cool. I have no proof of my account, but yay. My only rule is when I do spend money flamboyant, I try to buy tangible things. Yeah, I mean, you do have to be smarter about what you spend them on. You know, like I'm really glad, and I think this is not a bad thing. Like, I think everybody has this right, especially in your 20s, early 20s, to spend a lot of money on bullshit anime crap. And when I say bullshit anime crap, I mean like a lot of shit that you definitely don't need. Like, if you want to collect your favorite manga and like have the volumes, if you want to collect DVDs of your favorite series, or, you know, a few figures, sure. But there's like so much crap you don't actually need that you're not going to appreciate in the long run. Like, I'm not going to need all these 50 pin badges. I'm not going to need all these like, I'm not going to need all these posters. I'm not going to need all these random little doohickeys that are like, I'm not going to take it with me in the grave. And when I get older, I'm not going to be able to do anything with it either, you know? My luck is okay. I got the 5 stars on bet 4 stars. That's the thing. You know what? I felt that way about Genshin and Honkai. I think the 4 stars are way... If you're talking a specific 4 star in those games, it's way hard to get because the pool is actually higher. I just woke up back from stream. I took a nap and probably fall asleep back to your place. Me too. I hope I also fall asleep on stream. I'm not 12. I'm at least 16. Stop! Stop! I swear to God. Hi, Cesar. Hello, hello. How you doing? And you realize you don't need it when you have to move into an adult place to start Enclave. Basically, exactly. Like, I slowly throughout the years, I'm slowly throwing away some of my old stuff, which is not probably, I mean, it's a waste of materials, but I'm not gonna think about that right now because I have too much stress about things. Either way, I'm trying my best these days not to buy as much crap that I don't need. Some games have amazing looks, have regular look, and easy. That's, you know, at least it's varied though. I don't know why. But I think since I started streaming on Rina, I've like had horrible, abysmal luck in all gacha games. Richie said it has all the collabs, right? Well, Majo also has collabs too, but I think Richie said he has them more often, probably. Nope, you're not. Don't say that, Reaper. You're not 12-year-olds. Oh, we need more kid vibes. Hi, anime. Are you real? Can you stop? Yeah, let's get more bots on Twitch. Yeah, I've never seen a single bot on YouTube. You call us cucks. But I like cucks / piece of shit. Like positive. Registered cuck here. Used to be. If we assume our OGs hate us, then it softens the blow. True. I cry. I don't know. You have to have both chats separate and labeled. Oh, really? That's crazy. It's so weird because I'm complete garbage most games. I haven't lost my 50 on any character since. Oh, that's crazy. I mean, that's good though. I don't pay interest on my cards. I pay it off in full every month. See, I used to do that, but my off-card bill, or I always do that, right? But my off-card bill was so bad, I had to split into 2 months. And my friends were like, girl, you are paying like 20% interest. And I'm like, fuck, you're right. Cuck affectionate. Yeah, exactly. When the rules don't work out. Maybe that is it? I don't know, but I think that, like, I can't have, like, I think by, you know, Rina Astera crashing out of gacha game polls compilation number 75, it's gonna be old fish, old hat. It's gonna be pretty stale. Nobody will want it. Did you know you put me in debt because of the items you sold? What items I sold? They were like 10 years ago. Hi, Foco. Hello, Rina. Hello. How you doing? You think I'm 12? I'm not a kid. Stop. You don't know my channel. All this VTuber merch. Yeah, so the thing is, I guess the only thing I say is I buy a lot of VTuber merch now because of Ita bags. But that's the only time I buy them. Like, it's my only excuse. Otherwise, I don't buy VTuber merch either. If I'm not making Ita bag for them. Generally speaking. And like VTuber merch is, for like, figures is different. Figures are different because they're like bigger like statement pieces that are kind of like okay, but I try to Goodwill as much weird stuff as I can. I don't. That's a good idea. I should Goodwill some of them, or at least I use. What do I use? I use Value Village because some of the secondhand stores that are popular, I have affiliations with certain organizations that I don't support, so yeah. Don't try yes, she's group. I'm not! Don't even say that. I'm getting surgery on Friday, so wish me that. I'm thinking about you, feel next. I hope you stream next week so I can. Oh, good luck! Oh my god, good luck for the surgery. I hope it's not major surgery. I hope it's like chill. But I will. Yeah, I'll be streaming next week. When I come back, I'll be doing some. Oh wait, it will be. Will that be August? No. Well, it starts to become August. But yeah, we'll be streaming next week. I have stuff I need to do. The thirsty Rina curse? What do you mean? Of course you do, you eat a bag, enjoy it. It's the only way I can justify spending money to support my Oshis. I'm drowning in acrylics. Yeah, exactly, right? I can't have that many acrylics. I have exactly, do I even have? Oh, I think, yeah, I only have like 2 acrylics for my Oshi, and they're all in the bag. They're all literally on the Ita bag. Oh, hey, Rina. Hi, Kyle. I lucked out. I won't have to buy tons of my own. True. Can you get me to stop playing League? I'm in DOQ with the OG go from, I mean, you know I disapprove. No, I don't actually disapprove. I'm bad, because, like, honestly, I think that everybody should have a right to do whatever they want, as long as they're enjoying themselves and being safe and not hurting other people. I think, you know, League might qualify as a form of self-harm, but, you know, you do you. Acrylics have to replace figures for me. Cheaper, less room, easy to move. It is, but you know what? For the most part. Yeah. Because they're starting to become a bit much, too. So it's going to suck to drink for a bit. Oh my god, you're just like my grandma. I don't have much Rina merch yet, but the card I got from Offcut. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh. What was I saying? Oh yeah, this was in regards to merch actually. I was talking because like something that I very much admire my wife, you know, Fiona Von Angels, rest in peace. I missed her stream last time. But something she said to me that really stuck with me. She's saying how like she's trying her best when she's doing artist alley and also merch for VTubing, she's trying her best not to make too much plastic so that she's not contributing to the environmental, like the landfills with the plastic. I'm like, damn, that's true. Damn, that's true. I gotta be like good like that too. Oh, hi, Danny. Gonna head to bed a bit early tonight, but stop by. I'm so glad. Thank you so much for coming by to say hi. Always happy to see you. But sleep early and sleep well. I'm hoping to sleep early today because someone's coming tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. for some grandma stuff. That's so true, right? Fiona died. She didn't die, but she's like, she doesn't like stream anymore. Not really. She streamed like, she did do a stream like a few days ago, but I was gone. But yeah. So I was like, damn, I want to try my best. I want to try my best not to make any too much plastic contributing to the landfills. On that note, I was trying to plan out. Here's what I'm thinking. It being randomly friendly for YouTube doesn't well together. YouTube requires less electricity. That is true. Hi, Reg. Welcome. But I think I can at least not like make more plastics, I guess. I mean, I can it's not like, how do I put it? It's like, even if in the end my efforts amount to nothing because a lot of the things that contribute negatively to the environment and to the world are controlled by mega corporations, I can at least you know, like at least try my best in my daily life to do things that don't actively create harm. Just for either for 2 reasons. One, just because like, you know, a little doesn't hurt. And 2, it may be just like a balm towards my wounds. Like I'm just like self-soothing. Maybe. Maybe that part. I like, you know what? That is one thing I don't give. I don't care anymore. Like whenever I'm like, oh, don't microwave your food with plastic wrap. I'm like, I'm already 90% microplastics. It's fine. And when we die, the people in the future digging up my bones will be like, did you know the people in the past were 50% plastic? I wonder if there's a structural intentionality. How long are you gonna stream so I can explode you? Trust me. Definitely not more than 2 hours, maybe shorter than that even. But I appreciate it. I appreciate the loving scolding. Or you can be carbon neutral like me with my hobbies, gardening and foraging. Oh, that's great. Hunt a deer. I don't think I could. I'm too scared of guns. Love and kindness in my soul will deal with. Oh, that's cute. That's really cute. I like that. Eat the microplastics. I do, man. What's the word of the Miss Rina? Of the day, Miss Rina? The word of the day is the word of the day is mugwort. Pretty good tea. 'Tis a year of gooning. What do you mean a year of gooning? What am I saying? Grass? Grass would be a good one. People are carbon. Plastics are carbon. What's the diff? Waka waka. So true. Oh yeah, I was planning. So for this year, for my birthday, because I'm already starting. Yeah, mugwort. I already have to start planning my merch or whatever I'm gonna do for my birthday in November, right? And I was looking at a lot of options for places. I think I'm gonna do my best, guys. I think I will release. I'm gonna try it because I'll have to manage all the logistics myself. I think I'm going to make a very limited amount of physical merch. I want to try, because like, I think it's fun to be able to have like a little bit, but I'm going to try to do stuff that's a little bit more useful. I'm going to try to do stuff that's a little bit, like release merch that's a little bit useful, you know? Like, I'm not, probably, there's not gonna be an acrylic stand, I imagine. But, oh yeah, I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna try. Thank you guys. Mugwort, it's like a type of herb maybe, or grass, or whatever. Are you about to be hitting another year? I'm 21, by the way, not 17, because if I was 17, I couldn't read Yowie. Wait, more Rina Rich, my purple. I mean, it won't be until November. And I'm trying to debate, because I'm like thinking, like, should I do pre-orders, should I do a limited run? Because, like, I think that, in like, if I'm being realistic, native to Europe and parts of Asia. Oh, that's cool. For your birthday, coasters are nice. Coaster is cute. That's not a bad idea. Google said, thank you. I'm ready to take out small. It's not gonna be that fast. Well, hopefully. Actually, you know what? For the people in America, I think the terrorists might be terrible for you guys. I don't know, man. We'll see what happens come November, but I really don't know what's gonna happen for you guys. Ain't no way I'm 21 too. Stop. Oh, I mean, yeah, so true, Kyle. Oh my god, we're both 21. Like, I'm thinking, because I think I want to make more voice packs. Oh, there will probably be voice pack. I always want to make a digital merch, at least voice packs or something, so at least people who can't afford the physical one, they can, or if it's too expensive to ship to them, they have that option. And then I want to make, there will be key art, which I want to print on like a button maybe. It's gonna be bad, but it'll be worth it. Merch is pain, yeah. 21, what a couple of OG sounds. Shut up, Steve. You're like 30, shut up. I know you're like 28 or 30, something like that. Probably a button. And then like after that, I kind of want some like useful merch. So like you said, like a coaster maybe, or like, I don't know. Microfiber cloth. I don't know. I don't know. Because I have to, like, yeah, but like being realistic with the amount I would have to make, like based off of the downloads for the purchases for the voice pack from my 1 year anniversary, I think I wouldn't need to make more than like 20 pieces of whatever merch I make. But then pre-orders would give me an exact number. But the thing is that like with a lot of, well, it depends on where I get it. Because some manufacturers, you need a minimum order quantity, which usually I feel like a lot of them are like, they start at either 30 or 10. So it'd be doable, but I don't know. I don't know if I've ever revealed my age to you. I think you're in mid-20s, aren't you? I think. Oh no, mid or late. I think 20, maybe 28. And we got an Oji-san Rina cupboard blanket. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's why the blanket would be so expensive to ship. Is about kill for a plushie. That's the problem. Is also plushies are extremely high mock, which is the minimum order quantity, and also they're high like investment. So the cost to make a plushie is pretty high, especially if you want to actually be a good plushie. Like you can get shitty plushies, but even then that's still a high investment and design process. So that's a problem. So the thing is, if you ever want to know about your favorite creators and stuff like that, the cheapest things to make are like, you know, t-shirts, buttons, acrylics, and stuff like that. Plastic is cheap. But the harder things are definitely stuff like plushies or like unique physical materials, like physical goods. So like a mug is actually somewhat cheap, except for like the shipping is probably more ass. But like, yeah, if your Oshi ever makes a plushie or like a figure, then you know they've got like money or high orders. And I think my Yoda years of being forever seen VTuber themed merch. They are nice. I actually quite like blankets as well. Keychain? A keychain maybe, depending. There's like wood charms, like not be contributing to the plastic there. And I think wood charms would be kind of cute too. Plus you're so bad for return. Yeah, exactly. The returns are really bad too. Clothing is kind of like, depending on the clothing. I think hoodies are kind of like, okay, so like a t-shirt's easy. Hoodies are kind of a bit more expensive, a bit more annoying. And I think that when you come from in the independent scene, when you make hoodies, it's like they usually end up being like what, $70 to $100 for one hoodie. And personally, for me, I've bought hoodies like that from just to support my favorite creators. But I think paying $100 for a hoodie is not worth it. If I pay $70 or $100 for a hoodie, that's insane. That's actual daylight robbery. But all creator merch is like that price range just because of the returns and like the cost for production is so bad. Rina Unk themed Gujatis. You want me to sell a whole Ita chest, you guys? I gotta give a try something to personally use daily. I feel like merch and someone is somewhat the same merch. Yeah, exactly. No, exactly. I agree. Because you have to cater towards your audience too. But I also don't want people to be paying for shitty merch just to support me, like a really shitty t-shirt. Depends on the quality. That too. I was looking at what it would cost for a custom Rina dog collar at one point. Was it back in the day when I made that joke? Autism matches with her for real, for real. If I get a Rina play, I'd be able to say that I punch. That's crazy! That's crazy. Rina themed autism noise is crazy. Plus, just figures expensive. My day figure is money. Yeah, it's so expensive to do the figures. It's so, and like also like You have to, the problem with figures too is that it's like you have to make sure that there's a standardization. So when you print any physical merch, and it depends, right? Because some creators, they don't care, which I think is valid because it's so expensive. But like if you have to inspect your merch because there's usually A grade, which is what you actually want to sell to consumers, B grade, which like have slight imperfections, and C grade are stuff you can't sell. And it depending on the company, like they just want to sell everything, so they'll just sell all of the grades of material. But the same thing for plushies and stuff like that, and merch, like any bigger merch, it's like you have to be really careful about quality control as well. Especially if you're using manufacturers in Asia, which a lot of manufacturers, like cheap manufacturing is in Asia. Well, not for, I guess the whole supply chain is probably going to change a lot now because of tariffs. But the supply chain used to be that you got cheap manufacturing in Asia. And it's hard to do quality control from so far away because you can't physically visit the factories as easily. What am I talking about? Anyways, the point is stuff's going to be hard from now on. I paid $70 for a hoodie from Content, and you can believe I wore that shit every day. Exactly. No, I totally get that, right? Samesies. I wear that shit a lot, but I don't understand. Back in the day, hoodies used to be like $50 for one. Maybe, no, like $30 to $50 for one. And I know it's inflation, but paying $100 for a hoodie to me seems so insane. Tariffs do not help with the cost. Yeah, it's true. Call the C tiers limited time alt prints and upsell. The C tiers I'll put in my asshole. What was wild is even with over 100% tariffs, it's still cheaper to get in. If really, that's crazy. So it's not even fixing manufacturing supply. But the problem is, I mean, even the thing is, like, I don't even think if you try to do local manufacturing, the problem is that a lot of materials that you source to manufacture things, you can't source locally anyway, right? Because there's reasons why there's a global supply chain. Like there's certain areas that have a monopoly, or they are better at monopoly for multiple reasons for supplying certain materials, you know. And some things you just can't naturally produce in your country, maybe. Omana merch is good quality. I think their hoodies are very nice. Their stuff is very good. Omana stuff is very good. It's true. But I also think, I don't know if I think they produce their stuff overseas as well. Love hoodies, but the price point being it makes it hard when it's like 100 degrees here. Yeah, that's crazy. You can't even wear it comfy in your house. Everyone, how globalized the economy is. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, even if you want to support local manufacturing, it's not sustainable for a small business. It's really hard for a small business to do that. Honestly, I would be surprised. I haven't gone to conventions in a while, or like artist alleys, but have you guys noticed any changes in the artist alley merchandise, I guess? Because the supply chain must be really different now. And I think that the way that most people would see it, in our communities anyway, on a local level, would be to see artist alleys changes. Like if they're upselling things now, if prices are going up, if there's different quality. Excuse me. I have a pastel melon hoodie and it's 55 euros. That's, what is that? Euros are worth less now. I remember it used to be worth like almost twice the amount of my currency, but I don't know how much euros are now. Is it lower than USD, or is it like 1-to-1, or is it still higher? God, remember when the euro used to be a powerhouse of a currency? I was asleep before this whole stream. What do you mean you forgot you were asleep before the stream? You're on a jag now. Hi, Lit Goblin. Welcome. How you doing? We're talking about the global economy. I don't know why. 65 USD according to Google. That's actually not terrible. Because, like, if I go to, like, the only times nowadays I usually buy creator merch is for, like, a band or somebody I'm seeing locally. And then it's for sure going to be, like, $70 to $100. But my whole body's in pain. Because you were asleep before then? You should stretch. If you stretch, it's better. Stack donuts. Now, what could you possibly mean by that, Loot Goblin? Would you like to elaborate in a whole sentence? Be careful what you say. Oh my god, my brain is so rotten. There's 1 second of silence and I turned over to start scrolling Twitter. I'm not well. Dunking specifically. Like Dunkin' Donuts? Like we can stack donuts on what? On it? What's it exactly? It's still pretty cheap in the US for now. Custom textile stuff? I guess it depends on the textile, maybe? I have no idea. Oh no, you're becoming the Zoomer. I mean, my brain was already pretty bad. Is that the symptom of being too online? I think so too. I think it is, and also like I need to open YouTube Studio, just stare at myself. Okay. Also because my mental illness, you know, it's either become more prominent or I've been less able to manage it as becoming an old person. I don't know. Easy on Rina Astera's Halo, of course. Oh my Halo. Afterbirth! Ooh, projecting period camps onto you when you're not with me. Ooh! Oh, that's so romantic. And I'll project sperm. I'll project sperm on you. I'll project ball cramps on you. Thanks for 11 months. Oh my god, is next month 1 year? You're letting us stack donuts on it on my Halo? It'll get cut though. It's like really Twitter bad. Twitter bad? Twitter good. Honestly, I'd be happy to get any clothing merch from people I watch and probably just take it. That's crazy. Guys, have you guys not noticed? Don't go on me. Guys, have you not noticed that my mouth has been saying wrong words this whole stream? I've been like saying so many metaphors or like turn of phrases where I mix up the adjective. My mouse, I use me. She's something funny. Please, Gunami, gross. I have the birth. Not gonna lie, for creator merch, like I like don't look the. I feel it, because you're like, oh, I'm supporting my Oshi. Ooh. Nope, didn't register. I'm just mixing up, and I've been doing it a lot. It's a lot more when I'm tired, obviously, but I do that a lot. Yeah, I'll mix up like a word. I'll be like trying to say register, and I'll say like Regirock or something. You know, like something that starts the same but ends wrong. Tell Dunking to ramonize the box. I don't understand the things that you were saying, Loot Goblin. At first, I thought that you were gonna be like a weird pervert that I had to ban, and that's why I was baiting you. But now you're saying random stuff, but I can't tell if it's random stuff like you're a 12-year-old, because 12-year-olds will like speak in a similar way of saying random stuff, but yours is very confusing thus far. I just figured it was Rina. It's not Rina. Oh, look, I'm gonna use this chance to talk about KSG and how we're gonna play. I will kill you. In Minecraft. Halo Fidgets 1. I've never seen a person in Artist Alley or in... No, actually, no. People in Artist Alley have found a way to make fidget spinners, but it's not exactly a fidget spinner. It's like a wooden thing and you just spin on top. I was gonna buy birthday merch last year no matter how much it was, but I'm not gonna lie, that price tag hurt a bit. Ooh, I know, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Ooh. Yeah, that's why it's like, that's why like, I think too, like, it's kind of funny too, because producing the merch... the funny thing is like with producing merch, right? Like for the community, they want to buy it to support the creator, but the creator makes merch for the community as fan service, because creators, I think at my size, at least at this level, they don't actually get a lot of returns on the stuff that they make, because the cost, like the cost to produce them is already so high, and they're selling it at usually a pretty like low margin, because they don't want to scam their fans, obviously, and also because like, you know, the orders they're gonna get are fairly low. So it's kind of like a that parable where the guy sells, what did he do? He sold his clock or something to, I forget, it was pocket watch. He sold his pocket watch or something to buy a comb for the girl, and the girl sells her hair to buy him something for his pocket watch. That. It's kind of like that. It's funny because we're not actually either of us. You pinned their comment. It's funny. Hi, Elliot. Now I'm going to chat to record the reaction of people with limited context to me saying stacked donuts. So you're using me as content? I'm your content farm, huh? Where's my cut of the views? I get fidget spinners for hackathons. You know, things are mainstream big corpos. That's crazy. I want a free fidget spinner. What the hell? Where did I put my fidget spinner? I found it the other day and then I lost it again. Yeah. You're a goon? Yeah, for like Joker, I'm like, yeah, I'm a goon. Yeah. Well, I read that dojin. It's not a dojin. It's like a famous Christmas time parable. So unwell. You guys are so unwell. Anyway, so yeah, I'll probably do some physical merch for thing. I'm still trying to decide what I want to do for my birthday, like what I actually want to do. There's two things I've been thinking to do. No to meme on someone else. Oh, I see. Buns are on the best trim of business. The machine costs like 100, each bun costs like... Yeah, basically, yeah, I used to make buns back in RSLA, and like I know a lot of RSLA friends, so I could probably just ask them for I could just ask them to use their machine. Speaking of clips, I forgot that I had some of Rina and questionables. Which ones? A parable, Stanley parable. How many half-finished drinks are your desk right now? No, I'm not. You know what? Today I'm actually great. I'm not a huge whore today. I have a glass of water and a cup of a glass of soy milk. As I always have water to rinse my teeth because my dentist yells at me. Yippee! Nothing beats a Jet 2 holiday. You know, I didn't get that meme. Is that an American meme or something? Because I see people joking about the Jet 2 holiday. I don't get it. I don't remember that Hallmark movie. Do you remember the Folgers incest commercial? Anyway. Yeah, because like for my so there's two things I wanted to do. I'm usually like probably the sluttiest thing. No, it's the sluttiest thing about me. The sluttiest thing about me is I usually have 3 cups of drinks, like 3 drinks on my desk at all times. Someone say incest? The what commercial? You don't remember the Folgers incest commercial? Come on, guys. Fur Tree knows what I'm talking about. Fur Tree's know what I'm talking about. It's a bruv meme. Bruv? What's B-ruv? Bruv? The Fulgence commercial made my mom stop buying like, no, classic. Maybe you're too young. It was like a commercial in... Do you know Jake and Johnny? I don't know them personally, no. Yeah, see, Fridge gets it. Basically, it was a commercial in the 90s? I want to say 90s, where basically it's like, so you know, like, the best part of waking up, it Folgers in your cup, ding, like that. So it's a coffee, right? But in the 90s, they had this commercial where it's like this, this like brother comes home from we assume probably like overseas, like serving in the army or something. I think he did, or he did something in Africa. And he comes home and he sees his sister and she's like, long time no see. And they're like, real coffee, yeah. And he's like, I got your, he goes like, and they're like sitting in the kitchen and like the parents are still asleep because it's early in the morning. And then the brother is like, hey, I got you a Christmas present. And she like she has the box and then she takes off the ribbon off of it, like the bow on top, and she puts it on her brother's chest. And she's like, you're my Christmas present. The best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. Ding! And like, I'm not even joking. The way that I like essentially looked at you and like just had a weird silence, that was on the commercial one. 2009. Is it from 2009? Really? The quality is so much worse though. I mean, Held Unked by Gen Alphas, it makes me so aggro. Hi, Dylan. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't, honestly, the kids don't get it these days. I've seen them calling 23-year-olds Unked, and I'm like, girl, what are you talking about? It's a baby. Fur and Rina did old confirmed. I'm not old. I'm not old. I'm just worldly. Not too young for it, but not in the US yet. What? Really? Interesting. Oh, as in you weren't in the US yet. Oh, I see, I see. And the awkward look between them. Yeah. So it's implied. Got it. Yeah, it's not meant to be incest. It's meant to be like, a heartwarming moment between two siblings. But like the sister is like, I don't know. She's anywhere between 17 to 19 and the brother is like maybe 26. Like it's like the age is kind of close enough that you can't really tell. And then their acting is like kind of like intimate. I thought it was early 2000s. I don't know. Sorry, Unk, do you not like the nickname Unk? Well, I think at least in your case is appropriate use. I'm 21, by the way. But, like, shut up, person one step away from now. Okay, all right, okay. Best part of a Folger's life is making your sister your loving wife. Terrible. I was in 09. The ripe old age of 20 years old. But the look, the look's crazy. Anyways, it became a whole thing. Like, it became a whole phenomenon. If you look it up, they even interviewed they tried to interview the original, like, the director of the original commercial and stuff like that. It was a whole thing. Why am I talking about Folgers incest? Folgers is not it, bro. Yeah, you can find it on YouTube. You just look it up, Folgers incest commercial. Oh yeah, I was trying to decide what I want for my birthday. Rina, you is a headache? Shut up. Okay, yeah, so for my birthday, I was like, there's a few things I wanted to do. And, like, the thing is, like, okay, so here's the ideas that I kind of discarded. So, originally, this is something I wanted to do. I still kind of want to do it someday, but I don't think I should do it here. So, one of the things I want to do is, like, one time I read in XXXholic, the series by Clamp, that there's one chapter where they do, like, 100 ghost stories. And it's like a ritual, right? So after every ghost story you tell, you light a candle. And at 100 stories or 100 candles, you're supposed to, if someone's a ghost or like something supernatural happens. And I realized that that's kind of fun because I don't actually know if I believe in the supernatural, but like I like the idea of it. So I was like, it'd be really fun if I did a call-in style where I invited like 100 VTubers or like 99 VTubers, I guess, and I would tell the last one. And they each tell me a ghost story. So it sounds really fun. But then I thought the ramifications, I was like, I probably shouldn't do a Japanese ghost ritual in my parents' house. Right? I think that they'd be kind of mad at me if I did a Japanese ghost ritual in their house. And I'm like, okay, what if I go rent a hotel room or a motel room somewhere else and do a ritual there? And I'm like, well, then it'd have to be an overnight thing. So I'm pretty sure 100 stories would take like 2 days straight, probably. But so there's a lot of like logistics that didn't work out. Also that too. Because you're like, that's not why. For your 100th birthday? Okay, Colin, you too? Are you on my ops now too? I'm 21, by the way. And then the other thing, guys, I really want to do this stream, but I don't know how to do it logistically either. You're gonna hear Honda, Mitsubishi, Toyota. I stop. Look, that bro, that look she gave him was crazy. English. I know, that's what I'm saying, right? That's what I'm saying. That's everyone's like, huh? But content is content. That's crazy. 100th birthday, so next year I'll destroy all of you. And the other thing I really wanted to do, but I don't know if I can do this, because again, the logistics are also hard. I want to do the one thing where you try to explode a watermelon with like rubber bands. You see how many rubber bands it takes? But I really want to do it with a durian. I think it'd be really funny. It'd be so funny to do with a durian. I don't think will even explode, but I like the idea of it, right? But the thing is, I'd have to find a way to like make a camera setup, so like a hand cam setup for like my hands. But then I'd also have to be like talking over. But then like it'd have to also like it'd focus on the durian, but also like what I want face tracking for my model. But then also like if it does explode, I need to be able to protect the area so that I don't get hurt and that it doesn't explode durian all over the space. And then but then like if I'm gonna do it in like a bathroom type situation, the acoustic's gonna be terrible. It's a banger stream idea. I think so too, right? Just don't do a ghost ritual, girl, trying to get us. Is it? No, I don't think they're real. I mean, that's like, but like also, it's like everything about the way I would do it would be wrong, because I'm not gonna light 100 candles. I would just put like 100 candle PNGs on my desktop, and they wouldn't even. So I don't even think it'd be right. And I think you're supposed to do it. I think you're supposed to tell the stories in real life, like in person too. You spend the night with me to summon the ghost. What does that mean? What are you saying that? What is the implication that? Like boning down with you would summon a ghost because it's a ritual, or one of us would die? Can you crush with your thighs? Impossible, no. Thought you were gonna say crush watermelon with your thighs. No, I could not. I mean, you could do that. I think it'd be hard. Can you do your best Hanko impression today? What the hell, Bobby? No, I'm not a dancing monkey, Luke Goldman. You are, but you know, every time you say that, I am lowering your age, by the way. In my head, I was like, okay, maybe you're an adult, but your age is going down more and more every time you say a random XD comment. Like, you're around 19 or 18 right now, maybe younger. Yeah, I said it'd be so much fun if you try your thighs and said, haha, guys. Why does that have to be a durian? Because it's so, like, a watermelon makes sense, and it's like, but like a durian is so unwieldy and slightly dangerous, which I like. You said, what is exploding all over your face? Like durian. Oh, explodes everywhere. It's gonna go everywhere. Yeah. I really thought you were. I'm not. Were you lying about touching grass? No, I will be. I'll be going to cabin tomorrow. Dubriz. Is it? Death because bro has AIDS? Okay, that's not. I don't know about that one, bro. Now I'm thinking you're like 16. The comments have super X. Yeah, I think they're like 16 and probably going lower. Wait, why does my age go down? Because the fact that you keep calling me Unk, but you keep whenever I talk about like worldly life experiences, you respond with your own story. That means you're an adult. Wrong, I'm 60. Okay, I think that's a child, guys. I think this is a 12-year-old. It's 9:55 p.m. EST, so I guess it's not time for you to go to bed yet. So you probably and school's. Oh, that's a problem. School's out, so all the kids are on their computers now. All the kids are on their computers now playing. And like, you know what? They're like, it's so bad now. My niece, when the school's out, she like doesn't have a bedtime until like midnight or like 1 a.m. It's 12 a.m. right now. Oh, so you're in what? You're ahead of me. I don't know. These are way too online. I'm shaking my head. Yeah, it's bad. So you think I'm gonna caught him in Cadrill's chat watching International League Tournament? That's true. Maybe Rina's a golden ticket. What, you mean like to Chocolate Factory? I've got a golden ticket. Oh, like to the, let's see, I'm on a massive rank win streak. 6 wins yesterday, my first game day. Oh, I'm your good luck charm. It's been a while since we had a random time. It's true, we have, especially since I was just talking about Twitch. Now Twitch has mostly children on it. Or like, you'll get more children there. Take out the child. To be honest, Firstry, whenever I start making fun of the child, they usually take themselves out. Because kids get really self-conscious when you start pointing out the fact that they're a kid, and it's very obvious they're a child to everybody. Obviously, your child is literally telling us that you're touching grass right now. I mean, theoretically, everything is grass, you know? Kids will always dox themselves given enough time. It's true. It's really true. Because I told you at the beginning they were passable for maybe an adult, but then they kept going XD random. Also, the kids usually get bored. Once you stop indulging their attention-seeking comments, they get kind of bored, and then they just move on to another chat where they just harass someone else. Random bull cow XD. Yeah, exactly. It's past my bedtime, but I'm making exception for you, Rina. Am I your exception? Surprised you never said something like that to me before I told you my age. No, there's a difference. There's a really obvious difference between like a child who's being XD random and an adult who's just being like a weird troll. The flavor is different. Like the fact that so children will often use their frame of reference will usually be some sort of other media because children are a bit too young to kind of have their own like very unique ideas yet. They're referencing, they're still exploring and they're testing boundaries and limits with like the reference material that they do have. So they say stuff like, ooh, you sound like an anime, or ooh, Boku no Pico, or stuff like that. They'll break a lot of references to other media. Whereas like let's say like an adult trolling you might make references to memes or just like say slurs at you, or just be like, it's very different content. And the stuff that children's doing, sometimes they might insult your intelligence directly. Ayo, I feel attacked. Do you? Do you? You just call me? What I call you afterward? What do you mean? Like how I'm a 10-year-old that bought a pack of gum from Rina. Okay, that's too self-aware. That's way too self-aware. XD random is the best way to describe it. Yeah, exactly. You put your message on screen? That's crazy. Oh my god, you did you one guy Cadril? That's what's, and then there's a typo here. There's a lot of typo in this sentence that doesn't make any sense. It's supposed to be, that's the opposite. Kids say slurs and memes, and adults may read references. So the child may also be typing on their phone, probably in their bed or right before bed or something. No, and to be honest, the kids won't say slurs immediately. Usually the kids will say slurs when you start insulting them. Like if I insult the child, or I'm about to say, I'm gonna ban you, then they'll start saying slurs and stuff like that. And like the kids don't actually, like, they make memes, but then they ask stuff from this, like the way that they talk to the streamer is very random. Like it's off topic, but in a way where it's like you're attention seeking. So how do you suss out the feds in chat? The feds, well, sometimes they just have the name. Sometimes the name just says like federal FBI. Sometimes it just says FBI. I need to ask him to remove LR to NA because EU is bad. I don't understand any of those words. NA, North America, EU, Europe. What's LR? They could be ESL. No, ESL has a different... The thing is that people who are... Actually, I think people who are ESL... No, actually, all the ESL speakers I've gotten in chat have been very respectful, actually. I'm ESL and don't type like that. Yeah, exactly. Have you seen Movie of the Day? Or they'll be like, there's someone last time. I like, this is one of my favorite people, because they just come in here and they talk about the most random shit, but I can't tell if they're just autistic or a child, because they're like, last time they started talking about Beetlejuice, and then like sometimes they started lore dumping about G.I. Joe, so my suspicion is that they might be on the autistic end and not the child end. Not memes, just wanting to take over the stream. Yeah, basically, exactly. I'm like this because I'm autistic. But I mean, nothing stops you from being autistic and a child, you know? That's possibility is true. Because we have a lot of autistic people in chat here, and I may possibly, but... Okay, I'm better right now. That's what I literally said an alarm to wait for stream. I also like to enjoy Rena's because I can't. It's crazy. That's crazy. The difference is how good their English is. Yeah, a little bit. La Brazil. Also, I'm sorry for being so absent this stream. And last, we are doing hella ranked games with the ones on visiting home. No worries, Jace. It's all good. I've accepted the fact that everyone, you know, it's good that everybody has their own lives going on, and eventually everybody will leave me, and that's okay. Like that's a good thing because everybody should graduate eventually from this purgatory. ESL do better English than native English. I mean, yeah, sometimes for sure. ASL, American Sign Language? LR his league team. Oh. Beetlejuice reason. Why are you saying that? Are you trying to pretend to be a child right now? Nah. Who are you calling autistic? You mad? I'm not! I still love you. I promise stop saying it like it's so sad or I'll feel bad. No, I'm joking. No, you're good. Hi, Autistic Chatter here. Welcome, Autistic Chatter. People always think I'm younger than I actually am. I did actually think you were younger than I expected when you did mention your age. I don't know. I think it might be this, what is that, Splatoon icon? It might be the Splatoon icon. Because it looks a little bit like Dipper Pine. Remember that guy? Yeah. Age sex location is crazy. I'm feeling Ben Graham something fantastic. Yeah, exactly. See, you see this comment is very peak I'm a child. This is not autistic. This is peak I'm a child because you're making a random reference to either like I don't know. Is it just the Fantastic Four? Either a song that someone wrote recently or something that's trying to like really take over the stream. And usually, to be honest, in other chats they would just ban you because you're being off topic. One of the usual rules in the chat is like being off topic is bad against the rules and they'll ban you. I think it's funny because I just get distracted and I start making fun of you or getting distracted. People initially think I'm older than I actually am, but once they speak to me for longer, yeah, it's pretty obvious too. I don't want to leave. Work makes it hard to catch. I need to modify my... No, it's okay, dude. It's totally fine. I mean, I do appreciate that you guys try your best to make it to every stream. It's true. It really is. But I also feel, cause like I think that, I guess maybe it's my fault too. Probably because I don't stream that often, so it's hard to catch all my streams. It's hard being an adult. Having a full-time job. And streaming. Very peak autism. Fantastic Four, no child. No, it would actually. No, it's absolutely a child would understand. Fantastic Four is all Marvel's promoting. It's all over the internet right now, and they're super promoting. Like, there's no way. That's super. That's peak child. I bet you if I open Roblox right now, there's some sort of Fantastic Four collab game with it, or a collab in something. Rina, you think we're going to leave you? Eventually, in the end. But I think that's in like a way where the passage, nothing can halt the passage of time. Eventually, as time goes on, everybody will leave each other because of, you know, literally they can't stay with each other. And people change and things change and you can't stop progress. That's why I think the most important thing about your interactions with people are the bonds that you guys make, the memories. We only brush against each other like, you know, water, you know, like tides in the ocean, you know. But the way that it's kind of like how, you know, like rocks get smoothed over in the ocean by the cycle or whatever, the movement of the tides and stuff like that. That's what we are to each other. We're only briefly passing by each other, but the way that we interact really can shape and change the way that people are. So that's why whenever you try to interact with people, you should always remember that you leave a lasting impression. I may not remember a lot of people I don't talk to anymore, but in the end, what I do remember is how the way they made me feel, or the things that the memories we left each other, you know? She wants us gone. I don't want you gone! Me try not to spill about video games, such anime, my OC lore. Welcome to AIM, this is before my time. Stop. You make me feel old. When did I join the depression stream? Every stream is depression stream. Working full-time and streaming sounds like hell. Yeah, and I only stream like 2 or 3 times a week. Ideally, I try to do 3, but there are some people I know who do work full-time. They stream like 4 or 5 times a week, and I'm like, what the hell? I'd love to brush against your That's crazy. Let's not get too deep here. Sorry. Gooding it. You're right, which is why I'm trying to join the town. We had Once an Oshi makes a soft spot in my heart, they mean they're aww. But do I make a hard spot in your... I don't know if I've ever said my age. I just feel it. I feel it. I don't hate you guys. I hate one person in chat specifically, but I won't tell you who. The effect you've had on me is something I won't forget. Oh, I get home from work. All I want to do is bed. That's so real. I don't know how I finish work and then go stream because I'm so tired after. As an adult, when you after working a full-time job, you just get so tired after work. You don't do anything. I'm just happy you can make time. Oh, I'm happy you guys make time for me too. Kids don't watch movies? That's a lie. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? There's literally a whole demographic for kids to watch movies. Work destroys my chance of watching most Unk streams. Oh, yeah. It's hard. Yeah, that's why I used to try my best to do streams in different time zones. But things have gotten hard. Because I usually can't because of real stuff, stuff. That's totally fair. Again, prioritize your real life. I'm impressed. This child has stuck around for a lot longer than they usually do. That's why I don't think they're 12. I think they might be somewhere between, like a teenager, 12 to 16. All I can say is cherish the time you have with your Oshis. I look at young people think I'm on seriously. I wish Rina Astera guilt tripped me about having fun without her manipulating me emotionally. I can't. I know how scary you are because you get in internet battles with strangers all the time. After work, I just want to rot in bed playing mobile games, watching VTuber bots. Basically, yeah. I can't even play games anymore. I don't feel anything. I watch Brain, but they're where are you that people don't leave their caves in? What is that sentence? Where are you that people don't actually leave their caves in? They do watch stuff though. They may not. No. Like they maybe not. Maybe they. No, they do watch stuff in the movie theaters. Especially all the kids outside of school. Like when they're 12 or 13, they go with their gang of friends to the theater to watch Minecraft, but only on Tuesdays and only once in a while. But they still have streaming services. Kids can watch so many movies on streaming services. YouTube filtered the F word. Now I want to. The F word. F you too much. What is it? I always enjoy spending time with you. That's why I'm here. You're very important to me. I probably. Oh, maybe. Oh, I'm so glad you made it though. But that was all you. You did a lot. It was all the hard work you did. You know. Now where I am. Are you somewhere where? Is it for? Okay, when you say now where I am, is it a cultural thing, or is it like a like culture? I don't just mean cultural and ethnically. I mean like locally. Because like some people don't go to movie theaters anymore because the price is really expensive. But some people, maybe the kids just don't go out. Gang, boba tea, gnarly. Like Minecraft. Why? What the fuck? Why did you say it for? That's why the evil Twitch stream that shall not be named. I have missed. You don't want me to. I'll do my best. If it feels like a day at work, I don't want to do anything else. Yeah, exactly. I never forget an Oshi. More treat. More treat. What do you mean hard spot? Nothing. Upload more to the special art tag. When I step into your channel, I stop being the lion and turn to a small dog, so don't worry. Aww! The lion does not concern himself with, the YouTube censor. It's true. I'm so tired, but talking to you guys turned me, a bit more energetic. Did you order the Dunkin' Donuts? We don't have Dunkin' Donuts where I am, dude. My time is getting out of me, so I just shower, eat, and sleep after. I try to make time for you to keep our mental health. Oh, which I know is dangerous. Aww. I mean, as long as you're aware that I'm not a real person. I'm just an anime person in your computer. That's fine. And I reiterate it to you guys again and again. I make a lot of jokes where I'm like, we're actually friends in real life, and I will go to your wedding or something, you know, like. But like, I say that because I know that you guys are still mentally stable and aware that it's a joke. After it basically became the Chihuahua, and the lion fell in love with the Chihuahua. What a stupid Chihuahua. What a stupid lion. Yeah, the Dunkin' Donuts don't exist in Reno Land. Yeah, they don't. That's why I got so excited when I went to Boston and they had I went to visit the first Dunkin' Donuts ever established. Reno would never be my friend, Sag. But the thing is, to be my friend, you cost money. It's like a paper service. What is it called? Paper service? Is that it? What's it called? The channel that you do? Pay-per-view. Yeah, paper service, I guess. Are we friends with Rena or her model? You're friends with my fat ass. And I pick my favorite people. So true. They can't ever disappoint you. Aw, no friends, Sag. Tell me what are all the super chats for? No, we are friends. Wasn't in Atlanta and it was painfully mid. Yeah, but I like that the Dunkin' Donuts have plenty of different flavors. All the flavors you guys have at Dunkin' Donuts are so funny, so like unique. Chihuahua can't handle the lion's power. Chihuahuas are kind of scary though. I prefer Tim Hortons, like, actually. I mean, Tim Hortons is okay. It has more interesting stuff lately, too. Rena, will you officiate my wedding? I could. I'm registered with the Life Church as an officiant. Rent a Rena. Was that Twilight? It was a Twilight reference! See, Furtree, you're so old. To be fair, that's basically a fraternity. Pay to be friends as well. Basically, yeah, exactly. Who was it I talked to who told me they were in a fraternity? Who was it? Was it a VTuber? Who was it who told me they were... Oh, no, wait. Was it... Oh, no. It was a VTuber. You're basically telling us you're rent a girlfriend. Yeah, basically. So at the end of it, I'm gonna bow and I'll be like, I think that I like you guys. I think that I like being friends with you guys, but I'm sorry. I can't right now. I'm too busy with life and a lot of stuff. I'll stop by Tim Hortons this weekend then. You know what I had? I had the Superman ice cream at Dairy Queen. Really good, actually. Their Blizzard. It's pretty good, but I just like cookie dough a lot. Rent a Rena friend sounds like an ends in NTR. It starts at ends in NTR. The question is, which of us is older? We'll never know, will we? Me and Furtree should go bar for bar with, like, old references. And we'll see who's the oldest. Yeah. Only thing about... I don't remember. Do you have Ben & Jerry's cookie dough frozen snack by I don't know. I've never heard of that. I know we have Ben & Jerry's here, but again, like, we only get the sloppy seconds of America. We get like your ex-girlfriends, you know? So like we don't get everything. We have Ben & Jerry's, but we don't always have everything. I wasn't in our fraternity when my brother was. He actually became the president. He became the president! Loved the parties, but the fact I had to pay for friends. Yeah, that is crazy that you have to pay for it. Was it at least a good fraternity where like was it like a scary one where they hazed people and did like horrible pranks? Speaking of your fat ass, I couldn't any updates on that spicy scab from your drone thigh? Yes, I did. I did tell you guys. Did I tell you guys? I don't remember. I had like commissioning. So I was commissioning this one artist for the bunny girl, but then they didn't reply to me. So I was like, oh crap, I guess I'll have to reply to get someone else, right? So I messaged a different artist for a different spicy scab idea, and they liked it. So they started working on it. And then literally, I think the same day, if not the next day, the bunny artist got back to me. So I was like, well, I guess I could have more spicy Rena art is not a bad thing, I guess. So now I have 2 scabs I'm working on. One of them I might use for my birthday art, but I don't know yet. Rena, you won't believe this shit I found. You found a match in Omegas? Why are you still playing this game? Do you just keep it open, load it up every few days, and open and try to find a match to see if you get lucky? Is that it? I bring some of my friends, but I don't know if it would survive the hours in my car. Oh, like the Ben & Jerry's. The poor goat. What goat? I forgot Mega Strikers was a thing. Yeah, I don't even know people play. You never have too much Rina art, especially. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm seeing, right, guys? Right, guys? Oh, I'm tired. I have to start packing. And then I have to wake up early. I can't even stay up that late. I was supposed to ask you guys for your advice on. Oh, I guess you guys mentioned stuff already. You guys mentioned such as coasters, blanket. Can't do blanket. Coasters. I thought about notebooks, but I don't think you would use that either. Mug? No, probably not. I don't know. I also like I also like for VTuber merch. I like it when it's more related to. It's more related to, like, it's kind of themed, like a bit like related to the. So I like when it's low power level and also themed and related to the VTuber, like their iconography. So it has to be well designed too. A hazing thing if you don't know. I don't know about the goat. I know about the pig. Wasn't it a pig for that one guy? Honestly, you never have enough spicy with them. That Lost Dragon was the most embarrassed I've ever. It was good. It was good art though. It was good stuff. Did you like how I reacted to it live on stream too? Do you want me to react live to your art right now? No, it wasn't. It was a good fraternity. They didn't hate anyone. The only thing some freshmen had to do was clean our house with the initiation. Cool people. But... oh, that's fine. And that's not terrible. Stickers? Stickers are nice. Oh, I guess so. You want like stickers that you want like vinyl stickers that you can apply to stuff, or do you want like little like a cute little sticker sheet? I guess vinyls are kind of nice because then you're gonna put it on your laptop, but they're more expensive to make. Rina Halo paper crown templates. That would be very cute. As a paper crown, I don't know how to work though. I thought about making an acrylic of the pin of the Halo 2, but I think that's a bit too obscure. And honestly, the Halo design isn't that cool. I don't know. Car peeker stickers. Those are very cute too. That's true. I think the next one on tag is kind of interesting, but I generally don't remember what it was, and now I'm scared. Let's go look. Let's go look. Rina cosplay would go hard. The problem is my design is so complicated. It's so overly complicated. Let's see what we have here. Oh! Do you want to know what's the next one on the tab, Captain? It was after the breast milk game, so you drew my feet. That's not a good reaction. You thought that was a cool one, huh? I see. Has this fun game? It's the gamers that are wrong. It's not. Is it I that I'm wrong? No, it is the children. Did you ever cosplay RinaCon for like a meet and greet? The problem is I don't. And I think this is me. This is possibly me being an old person. But like I'm very old school. I'm very much of the idea that your anime girls and your anime waifus should only exist in the digital space. So like I do it sometimes, but I don't super like it. I don't even like posting like pictures of the real world. Like if I show if I show a picture of something that I have in the real world, ideally I would redraw it so that it's in the digital world, but I don't always have time for that. So I believe that your anime girl should only exist in the digital space. That's why I don't think I could do a real life meet and greet like in person. Because I only exist in your computer, guys. I only exist in here. Like, I'm very old school. Like, for example, you know, like, people are, oh, God, there's this post going around. What was it? The post that was talking about, like, I don't get why VTubers pretend, or why they're so, and I know a lot of people have different opinions about this. I think I talked about it on stream before. But they're like, I don't get why VTubers have to hide who they were in their past life. I don't get why VTubers don't just say, this is who I am. And we all have to pretend that we don't know who they were in the past. And, like, I understand if you're a new person to the fandom, to like the culture, that you don't really get it, but it's part of the culture, guys. It's like wrestling. These are different identities, and when you exit that identity or you retire, pass off the mantle, you are a different person, and the kayfabe is part of it. I'm sorry, guys, but that's part of the culture. So, like, I was watching a clip recently of some VTuber that I liked, and they were pretending that they met for the first time. And I thought that shit was so funny. Like, everyone knows it's fake, but that's part of the joke. That's part of why it's so funny. And I'm really old school in that way. I think you gotta keep some distinctions. Thankfully, that Pilk Bulldog stream was all virtual, not real. Yeah, it was all virtual. Obviously, it was in your computer, silly. Homo. It's all about the kayfabe, brother. Exactly. It's like wrestling. It's even funny. Like, yeah, we definitely just met. Yeah, it's so funny. I was watching some VTubers. Yeah, they're even not trying to hide it. It's so funny. Doing collabs when they friendly. Yeah, I watched a collab between Doobie and Saba for the first, or not, I watched her highlight video, Saba, of their peak collab, and it was very funny and really good. And I was like, man, they remind me of some VTubers that I really liked before, and it reminded me of. Actually, it reminded me of when I fell in love with VTubing. Unrelated to that, but I was watching the first time I think I fell in love with VTubing properly. Like I was like, oh, I had this moment, like this eureka moment where I was like, oh, I love this. I love VTubing. I think the collab I saw back in the day between, you know, like Hololive's first gen Myth. It was a collab between all of them, and they were playing Phasmophobia. And it was so, I don't know if you guys saw that stream. The first time they played Phasmo, it was really close to right after they debuted. And when they had, like, when they were just being so silly with each other and being like, and they, like, being like dumb. And it was just like, I'm like, I just felt such joy in my heart. Because I was like, it's exactly like hanging out with friends. And this was in the you know, the pits of COVID. So I was like, oh man, I really like that. I really liked seeing these guys just hang out and be silly. And it was back then too, where they were like a little bit unpolished, where they were kind of like a bit beginner, like, you know, they still had rough edges. So it was even funnier seeing how awkward they were being. Horror variety collabs are such peaker. Exactly, I agree. Not gonna allow in denial for most of their first year of getting to VTubers, which is super fair. I mean, it's a very different sort of medium to get into. I remember that one. Yeah, the Phasma one. It was so funny because like Mori was so awkward. I remember, who was it? Somebody died. Was it Kiara died? And then they're like, well, she's not using that flashlight anymore. They just took it. It's so funny. This is our first collab, by the way, Charlie. It was really good. Lore? I mean, I do have lore I'm working on. But, you know. The vlogs? I mean, the vlogs are fun. I don't mind the vlogs, because that's intentional, but you should never show yourself in it. Some random ribbons. I don't know how you get dressed every day. It's very hard. It's very hard, because I used to have I have my butler, but I used to have, like, you know, maids too. But times have gone really hard in the Astera household, so I can't afford maids anymore. I almost didn't go to Offkai that first year. I'm glad I did. I'm also glad I went. I'm actually done with conventions, but going to Offkai, I was like, man, it was really fun. Maybe I'll go again. I love when they're borderline artists. It was good. I wasn't watching VTubers much back then, which is fair. I think there's like a lot of generations, or like specific, I think almost like canon events, which had people come into the VTuber community in like different points, you know? I'm still only a year into VTubers, so I'm not used to it yet. But that's fun though, because that means that's so great though, because that means there's so much for you to learn. There's so much for you to explore. And like I love entering fandoms for the first time and learning about new jokes and stuff like that, and understanding the history and stuff like that. It's so fun. There's so much you get to learn and new material. Lore has united again, you know. I'm so glad. Because like, honest to God, most of the time nobody cares about lore. Lore is for the VTuber to indulge, you know. Early days Myth is so special. That's when I got super into VTubers too. I almost do fan art of that stream, but I didn't have time. This is my third Offkai. I'm trying to convince every VTuber friend. Ah, feels bad when someone call me OG. The only Offkai I miss was the first. Oh, that's crazy. It's kind of crazy to think that Offkai is actually such a young convention, because it seems so well established already and well done. I care about lore. I'm always surprised when I hear viewers care about lore, because it's like very self-indulgent. It doesn't usually come up or relate to streams, but I like lore too. I watched a lot of YouTubers clips back then. I didn't see the point of live streams. Oh yeah, I totally get that too. That was me with That was me as well, actually. It took me, like, I think I watched, like, at least a month of different clips before I was like, okay, I will subscribe to these people and watch them their live streams. And now I just like to have streams in the background of all times. It's int. It's going to convention and doing a VTuber meet and greet was such a bizarre experience for me. If anything, I tried to bring up topics in the reading stream, I still felt no. Oh, that's cute. Oh, you're so Mo. Oh, so cute. Which maybe not you want to hear, but I know that all VTubers when they meet their community, like, members for the first time in your life, and like, or if they meet them and they're like cute and nervous, like they find it charming. So if you cry at your Oshi, they like it. It's because I what I'm saying. Yeah. That's also why I would never want to meet. I'm bad. I don't like to meet my idols because I'm scared. Because every time I've met celebrities, I've fumbled so badly, and I get so embarrassed, and it haunts me for years. So I don't try to meet my heroes anymore. It's funny when Laura is like, "Hi, I became a cat," and I also expect. Yeah, okay. So like, I've had Laura before in or somebody has had lore before where it's very simple. And then people would, but then the thing is, and then that person got surprised when viewers would ask like, oh, but what about this? What's more in depth like this? And they had to make up stuff on the spot. So they had to like make up stuff on the spot in relation to their canon. And it just gets canonized. Lore is interesting. I botched with Rin, it was so bad. Oh, but Rin's funny. Rin probably was just like, tee-hee. I love when the lore on the video. Yeah, it's so good. Ugly cry with a piece. Ugly cry with a piece, that's my go-to meme. That's crazy. I did try to meet my hairs now, so I bet you would love seeing. I would love to see you piss and cry, yeah. Meeting Rina was scary. So they say, but I've never seen proof of it. Didn't you meet an Oshi already, Rina? No. Speaking of which, I was watching my wife. I love you so much, you, my little wife. Yeah, I have to go touch glass for a little bit, but it'll be like a nice break too. I hope you are doing well, my lovely sweet. I'm sad about missing meat, and I remember I have to absolutely embarrass myself in front of you. And yo, it's fine. If you piss and shit yourself in front of me, I would enjoy it, and you would too. If I can't like shake them for the stuff they put me through, I don't need to be mad. It's so true. I miss my wife's tails. Oh, it's like a reference to like a Sonic meme. I think I'm less scared of doing video because I've done a bunch of stuff. Like, exactly. Made up lore and then reverting the rest to make it. It's true. Everyone look away, we're making out. It's true. Wait, look away. This is Yuri time. The U in Yumi stands for Yuri. It's so funny. I was watching my Oshi recently in their in one of their member streams. and like my Oshi makes up a lot of bullshit on the spot, and they the thing is they make up acronyms for everything, and their chat was calling them out. They're like, do you remember what this stands for? And they're like, they started making up words and it was wrong from the first word. Or they'd be like, don't you remember you named this mascot this? And they'd be like, oh, so this mascot, or they're like, oh, this name, how do you spell it? And they're like, what is that from? What is that? And they're like, it was your mascot from this thing. They're like, oh, I don't remember that. I wish we could have Rina piss on stream again. Don't say again. It never happened the first time. It never happened. What are you saying? My nose is so itchy. Hold on. Let me go to the powder room for my nose. There we go. That's better. I never had thought that I'd meet so many people I respect from artists to musicians. Now VTuber, you respect us? Whoa, what a mistake. The power room. Power from Chainsaw Man. Ipa. Anyway, what was I talking about? Anyway, anime. Anime is the point. Don't you guys get super itchy on your body when you don't moisturize? Like if somewhere in my body's really dry and I don't moisturize it, it gets super itchy. And I'll feel like a part of my toe is so itchy, and I'll keep scratching it for like 30 minutes, and then it'll start to bleed. So I try to moisturize more now. In case you were wondering. I don't have anything more to say, to be honest. I should do that post asking for gacha game suggestions. I'm just so tired. Itchy, tasty. Again, I haven't moisturizing too. Yeah, I don't do anything with my hair. So I do a lot of my skin, but I don't do a lot of my hair. I need to start fixing my hair too and getting on that, getting in that. I gotta get my A game on. I gotta get that Korean hair care routine, you know? You know what I'm saying? Now I'm greasy by nature. That's crazy. Is that good or bad? I guess it's bad in the sense that if you have a lot of, if it creates a lot of acne and stuff. Do you guys have back knee? I never knew back knee was a thing, so I don't have back knee. But I didn't think it was a very common thing, too. It's like where your back has a lot of acne. Dry skin issues. I guess so, yeah. Especially now that I'm older. It's good, though, because I don't think I have very sensitive skin. I don't moisturize because I don't like oily hands. My hands are pretty dry. See, the thing is, I have worked jobs where I had to wash my hands constantly. So because of that, I'm used to not moisturizing my hands. But because of that, did you know that if you moisturize your hands more, you don't get as many hangnails? And, I'm violent, and I just rip out all my hangnails and bleed and then cause bruises, which is not good. So I'm trying to moisturize more now that I don't work any jobs that I need to always be washing my hands. I didn't moisturize my skin got so dry after now. Yeah, but maybe your condo's really dry too. It's possible. I have super back knee. Really? So how did that develop when you became a teenager, or was it like a always situation? Maybe I just try to put lotion and it just makes it feel worse too. Really? Interesting. What's back knee? Ooh, yeah, it's like acne on your back. My hands are dry as hell no matter what I do, and I don't know why. Even if you moisturize all the time? Are you drinking enough water? My parents told me to moisturize to avoid hangnails. Yeah, exactly. So I'm trying to do it more. Cause I'm very touchy, right? So my friends who are, with my friends who are girls, I hold their hands a lot, and their hands are so soft and smooth. And the thing is, because my hands are so dry and cracked, I feel like an old perverted man who's holding the beautiful, these beautiful, soft, smooth hands of a young girl, and I don't want to feel like that. That might be what I am inside, but I don't want it to be externalized, you know? Really, that's good to know, because I do that too. I get the occasional zans on my back, but not often. Yeah, but apparently it's more common. I wonder if it's a common thing with more certain ethnicities more than others, or certain skin types maybe. I'm not too sure. That is why you're unk. I'm not, because I don't moisturize my hands. That's crazy. This is crazy. I forget what's. Oh, it's your laughing sound, right? Snick is your laughing sound. It's kind of like Wolverine because he goes snicked. What's up, bub? I wish Rina will hold my hand. It's very dry and cracked. I don't think you want that. I'm trying to make it better though. I'm trying to make it better for you guys. Every girl's hands I've held. My hand's soft, but it's not as soft as my Korean friend. My Korean friend has super soft hands, and I'm like, shit. But I have that problem where I have those tiny little all along my permanent goose. Really? Well, I don't know what that is. Is that a thing? Interesting. No, I don't think I have that. I don't know. Maybe snark would be better. The only reason why I keep pointing out why it keeps whenever you put snick, the only reason I keep getting concentrating on it or getting focused and distracted is because it's SNK, which is short for Shingeki no Kyojin. So I keep thinking that you're talking about Attack on Titan. That Rina's hand and most likely body is wrinkled and it's not wrinkled and hard. That's crazy. That's a crazy thing to say. No, my hands are just a little dry, and my body is dry in certain parts. But I'm also very I have really bad sweat behind my knees. I guess that's the back knee sweat. I still have calluses from when I did Dragon Boat. That's crazy. Dude, you must have crazy upper arms, or did have upper arms, because Dragon Boat gives you crazy it's like doing it's like rowing. You have crazy upper body strength. Oh, I think of the game company SNK. Ah, that too. So true. Working hard labor 50. No, that's crazy. That's the craziest thing, is that my mom will hold my hand. She'll touch my hands. She'll honestly, my mom acts like an old pervert sometimes. It's kind of weird. She'll touch my hands and caress them. She'll be like, man, these are the beautiful hands of someone who has never known hard labor. And I'm like, okay, mom. And I'll be like, mom, please let go now. And my thingy. What do you mean your thingy went up? I'm scared. Guys. Your mom calling you out? Well, I mean, yes, she is calling me out, but she's also pervertedly touching my hands. When she gets drunk, it's worse. But do you have a boy/girl crush from SNK King of Fighters? I don't know King of Fighters well enough. I can only name one character, which is Kyo, and I think that's the main guy. Oh no, Mai. There's Mai. She's hot as hell. Mai's pretty hot. The only reason I have any knowledge of fighting games is because we used to play a bunch of random ones when we were kids, because we had this binder. The binder of random Japanese games. And there's SNK on there once, and I tried to play it. I tried to play with my younger brother, but if you ever played the first SNK game, or King of Fighters, it's really hard. Because I don't think it plays like a normal... If I recall correctly, it doesn't play like a normal fighting game. You can't just, at least the first game, you can't just move left, right, and press buttons. You had to, you literally had to put in input combos to even, move. I don't understand what it was, so I didn't, so, we played it once, and I was like, I don't understand this, and we stopped playing. Ayo, hop on Guilty Gear. I don't have Guilty Gear Strive, okay? I have Blaze Blue, and that's it. The only game I ever really got into was Blaze Blue. Fatal Fury. Is Fatal Fury not the same as SNK? It's mine, it's not even close. She's sexy, lady. Met my points. And are you sure your mom didn't say these are the hands of my daughter who hasn't known any? No, she didn't, okay? She didn't, okay? Rena plays fighting games. I don't actually. Okay, no, seriously. I'm a fake fighting game fan, because I only played them when I was a kid, and I didn't play them seriously. The only one I tried to get into actually properly, because it'd be my brother would just play it, and they'd be like, hey, play with me. I'd be like, okay, and I'd play a few rounds with them. So I have passing familiarity. I have passing familiarity with Street Fighter, Tekken, Bloody Roar, Soul Calibur, Mortal Kombat, like a little tiny bit of the first Guilty Gear game. Marvel vs. Capcom. Like, I have very passing knowledge in all of these games. But the only game I actually got really obsessed with for a few days was Blaze Blue, the first game. And that was only because I was obsessed with Carl. And I really liked that the game was like, the game basically is very anime. I think I liked it because it was really anime. And it was like a time loop and had an interesting story. So I wanted to get good at, I really wanted to get good at Blaze Blue, the first game. But it was only for like 2 days I got obsessed and I dropped it. Rev 2 is better than Strive anyway. What's Rev 2? Yeah, it's SNK. It has a 2-lane system like the old beat. Oh, I see. It was out there even back then. Okay, so it was weird to move, right? I didn't understand how to play it. I've never really played fighting games. I've always been an FPS gamer. That's really cool too. I've never played FPS games. That's probably the one genre I've never really gotten into. It was like shooters at all. This hands my supple daughter who has never had to wake up a day in her life. I wish I had to wake up a day in my life. Jesus, I'm so tired. Wait, did you just say foot dive? Dive kick? There's a small indie fighting game that you might like called Destiny 2. Very good. It's not a fighting game. That's not a fighting game. Don't lie to me. It's not a fighting game. I'm making everyone think you're a fighting game champion. I'm not a fighting game person. I just know them passingly. I'm trying to get fans, especially Marvel vs. Capcom. I'm just bad at them. Yeah, I'm mad at them too, because I used to button mash. Like, the one thing I think is that I'm not like bad enough where like I can't do a Hadouken. Like I think it's interesting. I think maybe it's just like me being privileged from being like playing games since I was a kid. But like when people can't do like a quarter circle or half circle on like the D-pad, I'm like even if I can do it, If I can do a Hadouken or do like a quarter circle or a half circle or whatever, you should be able to, because I'm bad. I'm very bad at video games. So like I never got into the tech and stuff like that. Like I know people who get really into tech and do like juggling and like count frames and stuff like that, but I never. I just played the girls I liked. Not good at FPS games either, which is a shame, right? I feel like I lose a lot of opportunities by not playing them. Idle Showdown? Oh, that game! What does it play like? I should not wake up in 6 hours. No, it's okay. I'm ending stream soon. Don't worry. I'm so sorry. But can you do Dragon Punch? I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Ranked in 4th place? For what game? I never got into fighting games, but I was introduced to FPS. Yeah, I'm jealous. I wish I'd gotten into them. Stream idea to get into play fighting games. I too wish I didn't have to wake up every day. So true, bestie. Under Night and Birth is very arena coded. Oh, that one. That's the one with the Type Moon games, right? I always don't know what that game is because the name is so long. I just think of it as after, like under birth, abortion, after birth. I saw a tweet about a dog doing quarter circle inputs and I send it to my friend every time he complains about that. That's so funny. That's so funny. I don't think that's true. It's funny. That's when you actually start playing people panic and try to recall the inputs. Oh, for like actual fighting games, right? Yeah. And I used to play sometimes at the arcade machine nearby. I don't know if this is true either. Guys, is this true? But someone told me once, because I was playing, right? And I was just like spamming, I was a little kid. And like the first round, I kicked the ass of the person I was playing. I think it was Street Fighter or something. And then the second round, they just just decimated me and then took the 2 rounds. And someone told me that it's arcade culture, where if you're playing a player who's clearly weaker than you, that to show respect, you let them take 1 round, and then after that you can kick their ass. Is that true? Is that true for anybody who plays arcade games at arcades? Doctors I have high deficit rating on PTSD, so maybe the government will pay me the big dollars. Oh, does that mean that you're very traumatized? Is that really? That mean you're really traumatized? So we'll give you big money? I can't tell you how it plays versus other fighting games, but it's free. Oh, is it free? Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, that's gas. Stop. No clue. I don't go to arcade much. Depends on if they're hot or not. Stop. I was a child, so that's definitely not the case. No clue. That's that's also the thing that I think is really sad. Virgin combo chainer versus Chad button. Stop. You're playing for quarters. No way that's allowed. Well, we didn't play to win quarters. You play quarters to play, I guess. I don't know. But like, that's something that makes me sad too, is that all the arcades around me are closed or closing. The kids these days, This is part of the reason why kids these days are so terminally online. They don't have arcade spaces to play in anymore. Back in my day, we had arcades and you would go there with your friends with like, you know, maybe $5 or $10 in your pocket and you would just play the machines and play some DDR, you know? You had to play them, you had the arcade culture. You're trying, you know, randomly DDR or like Beat Mania or whatever random ass machines are there, or like a driving game that you're definitely not good at. And now they're all closed down and the kids can't go there after school now. The kids don't experience the arcade culture. Sooner or later, you're gonna see TV shows, like, sooner or later, TV shows will have arcades, and the kids will be like, what's an arcade? What is that? There was a place, a game center you could play with a bunch of people? Like, it's gone. That culture's gonna go. Night Owl Showdown stream would actually be sick. I love that game. I might could try it. Maybe we could play it members. I don't know, play that game. I might play Tech stream with someone got owned so bad the second round. So do you think maybe it was just someone who's playing with our emotions? I don't know. Just to put the fries. Yeah, you just put the fries in the bag, skibbity unk. Okay, Con Steve. Okay. We never had an arcade. We had Best Head Out Game Corner. That sucks. I'm so sorry. Never had an arcade. Really? Our barcade, so it's mostly just college. That's crazy. So even back then, you guys were losing the culture. That's sad. That's sad, man. I love arcades. It was so fun again. There was this one arcade near me, and people would go there all the time. And I made friends there, and you'd see the same friends. Like, you will never know the joy. The kids will never know the joy of having an arcade gang. Like, where you go to the arcade and you see the regulars who are your friends that you only ever see at the arcade after school or whatever. Like, that's just like a really fun culture, and like a different type of crew. In a place like Round 1. Yeah, but Round 1 is... I guess Round 1's okay. It's the only thing we have left of arcade culture. But the thing, too, is Round 1 is almost too commercialized, too, like, gentrified. Because, like, if it's not a dinky arcade with machines that are slightly busted or, like, too old, and, like, some games are way too old, then it's not the same thing. Like Round 1 is so clean. And they have multiple floors. Once I was like, you ever been to a market once? What the hell? There's a Pac-Man at the Pizza Hut. That's also good, too. They just become claw machines. It's true. They all become claw machine stores. And claw machines are not as fun because they scam your money. But then you, like, that's it. You don't really get any enjoyment out of it. Did you go to the arcade at Opkai? Games Saru usually. Oh, no, I haven't. I don't really go to arcades at conventions. Again, I don't really go to conventions a lot anymore. It's more about the prize machines and game machines. It's true. It's true. I pay to smoke killed American arcades. I don't think so. Because it's mostly for kids. I think it's supposed to be for kids mostly that the arcades are supposed to be. But I think arcades are just dead. Like, the model of arcades is probably just dead because of rising costs for, like, you know, rising costs in general. So for rental, for maintaining them, because like they're kind of a model. Theoretically, like an arcade would be a decent model because you just buy the machines and then you just accumulate wealth. But the problem is that the entire system of gaming has changed. Like, console gaming and home gaming and PC gaming is so much more accessible for most of the population now. So it's like, why would you go to the arcade to play these things if you have them at home? And then the other thing is that people just don't want to go out as much anymore, I think, personally. All the games can be downloaded. Yeah, they can download as well. And you also buy them. You can buy arcade machines for home now, too, technically. The only thing that I think really kept the arcade scene alive is keeping it kind of alive, and also, you know, kept it / is keeping it alive still a little bit is to be honest, I think it's rhythm games. Because a lot of rhythm games, it's still kind of hard to play them at home because they have very specialized, like, consoles that you have to use, like very specialized buttons and inputs and stuff like that you can't really replicate easily at home. And a lot of these arcade machines, and again, it's probably a holdover too from the fact that Japan has a very lively arcade culture still. They have a lot of arcade machines that they will never port over to console versions. So there's a lot of exclusive games that you can only play in an arcade machine. So then any arcades here have to import the machines from Japan. And if you want to play, yeah, like My, you have to just go to the arcade. That's literally the only thing I think that's keeping the system running. How goes this? Rina trying to take over David. Hi, Heavy. Welcome. I'm talking about arcade culture. Have you ever played an arcade near you? Did you have arcades? Or Sega arcade machines? I die fear for the Galloping Ghost. I want to go one day. What's the Galloping Ghost? Yeah, like My walk up. You mean exactly. When PS Plus emulation just so cost effective these days, it kind of, yeah, exactly. I feel sad every time I enter an arcade room because it's very different now. You know, it's just like few kids maybe doddering around. Like, when I was young, there was an arcade in mall that I would go to. That's really nice. See, that's fun. Kids these days are gonna miss that culture. Imports and restores Japanese arcade machines. I have friends like that too. Is it like, did your friend have a basement where everybody goes to play them? Hair arcade games. Hello, Nat! Welcome! Oh my god, it's nice to see you. Yeah, I was just talking about how Japanese rhythm games, in my opinion, Japanese rhythm games are the only thing that are keeping the arcade scene alive. Because a lot of rhythm games and arcade games, you can just play at home now. Arcades are a great way to run out of quarters. It's true, it's true. We're playing Snow Bros with my dad. I don't know Snow Bros. As a kid stuff like Chuck E. Cheese or stuff. I guess kind of. But like the culture that I'm aware when I was a kid, it was that there would be like an arcade at the mall, which had like, you know, random machines there, like the driving machines. You had like DDR and Beatmania and like Street Fighters and stuff like that, you know? And you would have people, you would go there and you'd go there after school or on the weekends and you'd be friends that you would only ever see at the arcade, your arcade gang, you know? And everybody stands around the DDR machine as you watch that one guy who's really good at it play. I gravitated towards rhythm games at round 1. That makes sense. Yeah. Rina plays Project Diva until she 100% disappears. I had never played Project Diva, actually, surprisingly. Hi, Rina. I heard you're back from Thailand. Hi, Gaio. I came back from Thailand, and I'm so excited. I really hope, I heard everything. I hope everything in VTubing scene has stayed the same. Nothing terrible has happened. Miku boxing at 3D. I want to hear Rina exhausted. I do have Ring Fit Arcade, which I used to play. Like I tried to play regularly, and then I fell off. I was like those jungle shooters or Terminator SPS. Yeah, they're really fun. My favorite was the Jurassic Park machine. This is so true. Most arcade rhythm games can't be replicated at home due to their gimmicks being expensive, but every other exactly big agree. And I was saying that's like it's one of the things that we've imported from Japan, and Japan still has quite a lively arcade scene. I mean, it's also because Japan is also like they tend to even though they're really advanced in technology, they're also kind of behind in some cultural things. So they have like a lot of their stuff is like 10 years behind for certain things. So like older scenes like are still able to live there. For example, the trading card game scene. Like here, the trading card game scene is pretty much like you don't just have a store that's dedicated fully to TCG. Nowadays, if you have a TCG shop, it's like TCG and anime figures and Funko Pops and a bunch of other stuff because you can't survive on just that model. That's why I think that a lot of places in, let's say North America or in the West, they have a lot of hobby shops that are a combination of all of these things. So it'll be an arcade shop with TCG, with figures, with random machines, you know? They can't just survive on board games too. They can't survive on just one niche thing. But Japan, they can still do that. I want to play F-Zero AX one day. I played a bunch of the GameCube. Ah, is it different? Does it have a different controller and stuff? Ah, yes, nothing happened recently. Yeah, it's been really peaceful in the VTuber scene, right? I just want to graduate and almost... Thank you, Nontavius! Yeah, we're very close. I hope we can... I don't know if we'll be able to get it before the end of the month. It would be nice, though. But, yeah, because at 5K, we have the braces reveal. I'm trying to figure out still. Definitely nothing happened last... Yeah, everything's fine. Pokemon! New Pokemon news. Was arcade only. Oh, yeah! But TGM4 finally came on Steam. Yeah. It's so interesting how some of the things are exclusive to only arcade versions. I'm kind of curious because I don't know if you guys know, but Bandai is trying to roll out a new Naruto game, like arcade game, and they're trying to roll out the arcade machines throughout America, and I wonder if it'll successfully work. Because I don't think personally I've witnessed any sort of arcade game machine like rollout that they've tried to aggressively do in the States like this one before. So I'm curious to see if it's successful, because it'll be a blueprint or a case study for future arcade machine introductions. Sasuke Rin Tobar 8. I'm not in the 80s! I'm 21, by the way. Arcade restoration and bar that collects and retains working machines. Oh, that's so cool! Yeah, that's the one thing I think that's really cool about the... If you guys don't know, Nintendo has a museum in Kyoto, I think, where they have, like, where like, they were preserving a lot of their a timeline of their old machines, too, which is really cool. Brace reveal, are we gonna get bait and switch? I mean, you're just talking about how... No, I've made a promise, and I keep to my word as best I can. But we'll see. Mega Dragonite, bro. They gave him eyebrow. I actually think his design is cute. My only problem is I think the problem is that they should have made the I think they should have moved the wings to his maybe ears. Ear wings might have been worked a little bit better because they're too high up on his head. Very stable in the V2 music. Definitely zero come days. Yeah, exactly. Everything is going well, I think. Has a steering wheel and pedal. That's so interesting. Whoa. Sometimes you tilt the cabinet. That's crazy. I literally all day going to card shop looking for the Hollow Tees. You know, I had them. I don't want to buy them. Oh yeah, you're fucked. I last went to Japan before the museum. No, that's so sad. Well, next time you can go, they'll probably keep it open for a long time. So, or at least a few years, I think. Non-news in the Pokemon. Hey, you know, the news of Pokemon ZA having a Switch 2 bundle means maybe I'll buy a Switch sooner than expected. You know, maybe, possibly. So, how will braces reveal work? We'll see. I don't know. I just need Mega Dragon. That would be a cool design, though. You know it's gonna be cool. I never thought about the logistics of brace reveal until right now. Yep. Hi, Rina. Arcades are hi, Maho. Are declining little by little in Japan. Are they really? I mean, I assume everything, like, because the thing is, like, all the cultural touchstones that Japan still has that, like, have fully decayed in the West, I assume that they will eventually, because it's like a trend, right? Eventually they will slowly decay and get gentrified and disappear. But I assume, for the time being, that it's not that fast. I'm assuming the arcades in Japan will still be there for at least another 5 to 10 years, at least, right? Right? Maybe? Assuming we would either get a drawing or you would take a blackout literally except for the actual brackets. That's really funny. Because actually showing you guys my dentals is actually a really big identifying thing. I mean, it's not the actual dental molds at least, but I need to plan a Japan trip. I saw this tweet one time the other day that was like, once you reach a certain age in your 20s, everybody you know is either on a trip to Japan or a trip to Italy. And they're like, is this it forever? And the answer is yes. Every year, someone you know will be on a Japan trip. Still too expensive. I love my... Yeah, it's true. But we'll see. We'll see. I love my Switch too. It's made my fave Switch once when I locked... Oh! See, I kind of want it for certain games that run terribly on Switch 1, but I don't know. Still saving funds for Switch 2. I've heard nothing but good things about the new game. I have too. I played Donkey Kong Country back in the day, but I feel like that's the one game that everybody played. Did they make any new Donkey Kong games between them? They surely must have, right? My favorite comment direct was, this could have been an That's crazy. Yeah, still there, but it's not profitable any more than before. Oh, that's sad. I guess the only thing that's even keeping them in circulation is the fact that, like, I think in Japan, depending on the location, there's still a lot of locations in urban areas where the rent is still pretty cheap and affordable. But obviously, that's something that's going up slowly throughout the years too. I'm actually kind of curious. I think the one area that Japan has the rest of the world ahead of in terms of culture, like cultural trends, is that Japan has a more, because all the world is going towards this because of the falling birth rates, but Japan has they're going headfirst into the elderly aging population before the West is, because they've had the population crisis for a while. So seeing how Japan will deal with their elderly population and this lowering, like the reduced workforce, like the fact that their new workforce is going to be really reduced, so a lot of jobs will not be able to, it'll be more difficult to find workers for that. That whole brush up an issue will happen first in Japan, so we'll see how they're dealing with it. I also think it'll be interesting because Japan, unlike our Western counterparts, it's a bit more, their relationship with immigration is a lot more different. Because the West has a lot more immigration, I guess. So a big portion of the workforce in the West is made up of immigrants. But Japan has a complicated relationship with that in general. So very curious to see how they will solve their issue. Less younger people. Yeah, exactly. Japan actually builds housing. They do. Well, the thing is, too, is like, even if they build housing, it's not even necessarily... Well, they do have that issue. But I think that they actually have plenty of housing. It's just that they have that big issue, right? Where it's like everyone who works in the farms and in the rural areas wants to move to the city, right? So, I don't know. Japan birth rate's actually crisis. Oh, it's been a crisis, man. So probably the only arcade-ish places might be casinos. Don't say that! That'd be so sad! Splatoon 3 on Switch 2 is a real experience at first, but as are the... Yeah, that's true. It must run really... Oh my god, yeah, Scarlet Violet must run so well on the Switch too. It must be like an actual game. So I kind of studied this stuff back in high school. Yeah. It's interesting, but I guess we're seeing... It's kind of like... People thought it'd be a massive collapse of their economic structure, but I think it's still kind of holding out. Probably because, honestly, COVID really changed the trajectory of a lot of, like, predictions in terms of, economies and cultural changes. Can we tell the hentai premise of please come save our client birth rates instance? Stop. That's crazy. Very curious how Japan uses AI and robots. It will be interesting because their relationship interpretation with AI and robots is also very different from the West. Like, you know how in the West they're brushing up a lot of issues with implementation of, like, Web3 and NFTs in general. But Japan, they don't have any sort of cultural, near as I can tell, Japan has less of, like, cultural baggage in regards to Web3 concepts. So a lot more companies in Japan are very welcoming and interested in entering that space. So you'll see, for example, they have a lot of I would say advancements in the VR space already. Like, for example, Japan has retail stores that have VR spaces where where theoretically it's connected to the store, so you could buy stuff in their VR space. Like I think I saw a Uniqlo store in one Japanese VR world, but it wasn't fully implemented yet because you would go there and you would scan a QR code and it would take you to the website. So still, it's more a form of advertisement and not full integration yet, but still interesting conceptually because we're like so far away. We're so far away from that in the West. I just wish they would do the same with Pokemon Legends Arceus. Run like a game now. Well, ZA is coming out, so they probably don't care anymore. I would love to help solve Japan's population issue. Again, do not want to get pregnant, so you'll have to be the one getting pregnant, Alhan. Japan retailers will show them their first take Bitcoin. That's interesting. That is interesting. Renzo Gun Switch 2, it's crazy. Yeah. I saw the startup screen time is so much, like to load Animal Crossing is so much faster too. The housing they have available basically needs, yeah, that's a problem too, right? A lot of the housing they have is based off really old infrastructure. And I think for a country like Japan especially, the infrastructure is so important for them because they're in a disaster prone area. Because I think Japan is technically, Japan is on a fault line, right? They're like literally on a fault line or something. And they're like, there's like a bunch of active volcanoes or something under them. I don't know. So look, Ali Bazaar. It's not ugly, okay, you hater. I wish America had the Japanese housing market where they lose value, not gain. Housing is crazy in general, man. Don't solve the problem is the solution. Stop. Stop. It's so sad. I didn't think a picture of teeth was all that different. You know, physical tooth used for dental clothes because they're really hard. Yeah, Pokemon Legends Arceus would look so beautiful. They removed the 30. Oh, is that fact at 30 FPS? Interesting. I'll gladly get pregnant to solve the Japanese. Well, here's the problem. You know, the crazy thing is, even if some parts are so advanced than others. Exactly. It's so strange. I remember when I was in Japan and they were still using fax machines, I thought that was insane. And the fact that they still use hankos and stuff, really interesting. The problem is, guys, the problem is even if you guys get pregnant, even if all of us in the chat get pregnant right now, even if all of us get pregnant in the chat, we will not help Japan's housing or population crisis because we will not be accepted as citizens. There are many people in Japan who have been citizens for 10 plus years and have lived in Japan for 10 plus years, or maybe are even married and they can't apply for citizenship. So it doesn't matter. We wouldn't be Japanese citizens and helping to the thing. And our kids would not even be Japanese either. There's no birthright citizenship. So cool. So cool. That's what I'm saying. That's the problem, is that they have a lack of young population, but they're not willing to like naturalize any citizens. They're not willing to naturalize any citizens either. Like, wait, seriously? I don't know. It's very case by case basis, obviously, and I've heard there are some cases obviously where you get foreigners who are able to get citizenship, but it's notorious. Japan is notorious for getting citizenship there, even if you gave up your other citizenship, man. Oh, come on, all you do is cheap a great service to Japan. I don't know, man. Or someone who had to fight not be stateless because they were born. That's crazy. I'm gonna ollie London myself to JP. They don't. It doesn't matter. You have that nasty Gaijin blood in you, man. Yeah, they cooked. That's hilarious. Yeah, it is crazy too. Cause like, I think that's a crazy thing too. Is I will say, whenever I go to Japan, you see a lot of how do I put it? In a similar way to where in America, a lot of the undesirable jobs are being worked by immigrants. A lot of the jobs like that in Japan are also being worked by immigrants already. So if you go to Japan and you go to any convenience store in the dead hours, like in the middle of the night, in an urban city, obviously, 90% of the time, the person working the counter will absolutely be like an immigrant who's clearly not Japanese. Hi, oh my god, hi Serena! Welcome! Oh my god, hello! Thank you for the raid! Welcome, Serena! Star, incoming star. That's so cute. Ooh, my beloved Serena. How are you doing today? Did you have a good time? Hello. Oh, don't ignore the pin message. Ignore the pin message. I forgot that I did that. Anyway, hi guys. Welcome. Power Wash. Oh, that's so fun. I still wait for it to go on sale because it looks really relaxing, like a good yapping game. Look, another League player. We forgive Serena. She can play League. You play League. No, I only play League when forced. I'm not good, and I don't, Serena, I don't want you to see the kind of person I become if I play League. When I play League, I become like a terrible person. I don't want to subject you to that, so. How does she know I'm not League? Stop. Literally, no. League members like, stop. But I love League. I love you, Serena. I mean, if you tell me to play League, babe, I'll do it for you. I'll do it for you. I'll do anything for you. It's equivalent to taking a hammer to my sensitive, but I'll do it for you. But yeah, anyway, don't feel the need to stay if you've had a long stream, or if for the raiders, if you had a long stream, a good long time with Serena power washing, and need to go wash yourself, or need to go eat food or drink something, please feel free to go. Don't feel the need to stay behind. But we appreciate you dropping by for your meteor shower. Rena's a special op. Oh, but that's crazy! That's crazy! Serena forced her Demi's to play League. Their suffering sustains her. No, she would never. She says less slurs now than before. Rena's her former leader. I would never say slurs. Okay, here's what I did when I played League. I would get mad at my teammates and the opposing team, and I would start like I would start autistically like dumping like fan lore or dumping like FNAF lore to them. I would be like, who's your favorite animatronic in FNAF, guys? Like, while we're losing like like 10 to 40. I'd be like, my favorite is this one because of this. Which game was She never plays League. Hi, Issa. Hi, babe. Well, I told you, you have a card to cash in for one night of League, but you have never cashed it in. You just say, Lena, do you want to play League? And I'm like, no. And you'd be like, I mean, on a COD voice lobby would probably be on stream. No. If they happen to plan to play League, though. I mean, they wanna spend time with you, so they would say yes to anything, you know? I should be wrapping up soon. It's true. I should be. Oh my god, it's been 2 hours. My favorite is when she started calling enemy mid lane purple. Did I? Wait, did I actually? I might have. Wait, that sounds fun. Like, no, I don't want to. Stop. Hiya. What was I even talking about? Oh god, I was talking about something. We were actually talking about something kind of cool and like smart before the talking to Clark and Mandarin, crazy. Serena, now there are 2 of them to drag along. That's crazy. I mean, I'll do it for you, Serena. So I was a fun streaming. Oh, so true, so true. Age of Empires stream. What is that? I actually saw in my family stream library. Someone bought it recently. What is that? Japan birth rates. All right. Oh yeah. Basically, long story short, a lot of the undesirable jobs in Japan are already being worked on by immigrants. So the fact that there's still this huge segregation and discrimination to immigrants in Japan is really funny because that's the solution to their shrinking workforce. Because I was saying, if you go to any combini in Japan during nighttime, like at 2 a.m. or like midnight, because their combinis are open like 24/7, it will be an immigrant working the counter usually. So like they're already having people working undesirable jobs. I don't know. Inedible heat of the universe. That too. It's an RTS game. Is it ugly? It's actually super common. All the agricultural. Yes, I was saying. Yeah, hi, Full Aaron. I was literally telling them how I was saying that Japan is a very interesting case study to me because they are brushing up against the steadily increasing elderly population and their shrinking workforce, and they're coming up against that issue faster than I think North America / the West is, because the West right now is starting to become on the cusp of that, where a lot of the population is getting older and there's declining birth rates, which is it's kind of like a global phenomenon that there's declining birth rates, but a lot of the undesirable jobs, quote unquote, or low whatever jobs, low skill floor jobs, whatever, are being done by immigrants. But there is a different acceptance of immigrants in the West versus in Japan, because they have a much more isolationist culture, I believe. Because if Japan is in this year, in 2025, the year of our Lord, they are still not accepting of like Korean birthrights, basically birthright citizens who have who have Japanese parentage, but they have Korean blood, and there's still super a lot of discrimination in that. And they're a long way from accepting immigrants in general who don't look like them. It's a little ugly. Japan will literally tolerate a lower standard of living than bringing non-Japanese immigrants. Yeah, exactly. And immigrants and companies make my life easier because they're Chinese. Yeah, exactly right. Hi, you say welcome. We're talking about population crisis and workforce labor shortages, I guess. Funnily enough, the dropping birth rate is currently borne out by an increase in extant dread and fear of the future. I mean, that's the thing, right? Stability in general. When people don't feel that there's a stable economy, a stable housing situation, or general stable situation, then they don't want to have kids, you know? That's the problem. So it's a lot of instability in a lot of different sectors. Japan accepted American racehorses. Why don't they want me then? I don't know, man. How good are you at racing? Maybe they'll accept you if you are. At least then we'll have AIGS with the artificial baby makers, but they still won't be able to get. They won't be able to get Japanese citizenship still. Tell you what, robots won't solve this. They won't, because the robots will still. I don't know. Robots are robots are still so far away from actually being helpful in the workforce. I wonder if there's a bit about the war, and that's why they don't want foreigners. It's also very interesting. I think that Japan has a very interesting culture compared to the rest of East Asia, because they are, how do I put it? Technically, I think Japan is the only, technically, and there's arguments to argue against this, I think Japan is the only East Asian country that didn't get colonized by any sort of Western imperial force. Now, there's arguments that you can argue that currently they're kind of occupied by like American forces, for example, but there's a lot of different, debate in that area. A lot of different debate in that area. But technically, they are one of the few ones that have kind of preserved their culture, because they were the colonizers. Yes, there is that factor too. Of course, there's that factor too. But because of that, they have a really different relationship with, I guess, the West than other countries. I have a theory that part of their, isolationist culture and their strong desire to preserve their unique cultural identity comes from that. From the fact that they didn't get, quote unquote, colonized by Western imperial forces. So I think that there's a lot of complicated things going on in regards to that. That's fair. Yeah, I don't know. That's just what I think. Nobody talking about how the hard cap for childcare is 2 kids. Anything beyond that is too expensive. Basically, yeah. Basically, exactly. I think in that regard too, I think China is also a really interesting case study, because in their case, they have artificially created their workforce shortage. In the sense, because they limited their population to 1 child for so long, and now they have a huge gender disparity in terms of their population, which then in turn will lead to a population crisis and shrinking workforce. That's so interesting that they artificially created their own problem, because they did have the overpopulation crisis before, right? And you guys remember when people thought that China would be like a global superpower? There were a lot of predictions back in the day that China would overtake the U.S. as the global superpower, because of their economic advances. But then after, I think, like I said, COVID-19 really changed everything for global predictions about global forces in general. And now China is dealing with their own issues internally, and they are a far cry from what they were in in their heyday. That's fair, because your perspective of Western culture is so similar. Is our culture? Yeah. The replacement birth rate is 2.1 births per woman. Crazy. Wait, Japan or China? Oh, I said China artificially created their own issues. Sorry, did I say Japan? I might have. Nice try. What do you think? You're so funny. China's had an interesting population policy as of recently. Did they change it again recently? I know that they took away the 1 child policy a while. I think they took it away a while back, right? Yeah, they took it away a while back. It's not over till it's over. That's true. We could still be a Sino-centric world. What happens is that once China reached first world status, the path forward for central planning was no longer pre-paved. No more catching up, so now they're gambling. But I think also that they had a lot of, again, I really think COVID really changed the trajectory of the world and predictions for a lot of things. 2015 was discontinued. Yeah, okay. So it was way back. It was pretty early on. Or not early on, but it was a decade back now, I guess. And it wasn't as harshly enforced for a decade for that even then. I guess? I guess so, I guess. It was just 2 decades. Well, yeah, of course. 2 decades is a huge number when it comes to overall trends for population and stuff like that. A decade ago, yeah, pretty crazy. There's also a concept of something momentum, I forgot, where you can do 1 child but still have a growing population due to the number of young people having kids at that moment. But still have grown. Interesting. I think China will be the first to try a radical solution to the birth rate crisis. I won't say what it is, but you probably already know. I don't wanna think about that, bro. Good night, Rina. I must go back to sleep. I'm exhausted. Have to work. Okay. Good night, Owen. We'll probably end soon too. I don't know. Thank you so much for hanging out. I'm so sorry that we started talking about what are we even talking about? Economy, population crises? I don't know why we're talking about crazy. Usually we talk about anime and stuff like that and hentai. I don't know why we're talking about this, guys. Are you sorry? I can go back to being a silly anime girl. No, I can go back to being. I'm a poli-sci major. You just woke me up. I thought that's so interesting too. I almost went to poli-sci. I also almost went to poli-sci. We somehow went from Rina saying slurs to eugenics. It's not eugenics. Don't say that. I was in Japan was able to make rice that doesn't make you gain weight. Ooh, that's crazy. Whoa. Absolutely nothing to apologize for. Another very Rina code. The type of shit is why I live for. Let's go. Man, I love my Oshi. She gives me so much escapism. My Oshi. So, Rina, how's your flow been? Stop asking what You're a college-educated woman. You made this bed, now lie in it. But I'm just so stupid. I don't know how to do anything. The roller coaster of topics. I did Geo in high school and relived it. That stuff's interesting too. Sasuke Angel. Rina is legit one of those cute girls doing cute things animes that gets really dark. I recommend something newer to my fit drawing you advice because I've done the other ones. Ah, do whatever you like, sweetie. I think it'd be, no matter what you draw, I think it'll be so yummers. Okay, guys, I gotta. Fur reminded me that I'm supposed to end the stream soon. Nah? Basically, the VTuber version of a Kirby game. Yeah, I'm so silly. I don't know geopolitics at all, guys. What's it? Okay, I had very first turtle I named it Bull because I had a big head and it's an African. Oh, 5 turtles are slide. That's so cool! Hi, House Gang. Welcome. It's super fun to have. It was fun to have with you guys too. Rina's a magical. Now where's your love interest so we can do something horrible and irreparable to them? No. Oh god, I keep having dreams where I keep having dreams where I either slightly fail to get the bag with a guy, or I'm the second love interest, and I just why do I keep having dreams where I will never achieve romance? This would be such a good moment to slap the "What's wrong with the economy? Don't worry, kid." It's so true. Okay, yay, buddy. Yay. Anyway, sorry, I have to stop getting distracted. Thank you guys for hanging out. I know why. Dreaming of staying in the chair. My Rina's constantly put herself in the chair. Stop! All chair! Why? All as the bridesmaid are the brides. True. God, I've been in so many. My cousins are. I didn't say anything. Okay. Thanks for coming and hanging out, guys. Always love chatting you. Guys, revitalize me. Maybe I am extrovert. Anyway, I will be executive. I will be gone this weekend. Don't cry too much. Don't cry and piss yourself too much. I'll be back next week. Maybe Gorilla Sunday. We'll see how tired I am. But yeah, I'll be back next week. You gotta end stream for your crash. Yes, true. Have fun. Thank you, guys. Let's see who's streaming right now, guys. What are we gonna say hello? Cause we gotta pass on the raid. Rage. Ow. You guys want to say hi to Rina Chan? Another Rina Chan, because she's doing ASMR. Thank you guys for coming as well. I will curl in the corner until you come back. She doesn't try. I'm not gonna leave forever, just for a week. We're gonna say hi to the other Rina. Yay! Play League with Rina. No, don't say that. She's a sweet girl. I would never subject Rina to this. She's a sweet, nice girl. We're not subjecting her to League. The other bird, Rina. Alright, thank you guys. And as always, Otsuya. Bye-bye. Man. Oh, thank God that's over. Thank God that's over. God, I can finally leave them forever. Man.